We're back on the LiveScore watch-along for another massive night of European football as Villarreal travel to Anfield to face Liverpool in what seems like a David versus Goliath matchup, although Bayern Munich and Juventus might have told you a similar story before their ties with Villarreal. I'm Jack Collins and I'll be doing my best to keep a tab on all things in the studio tonight, and it's familiar faces on our sofa. First up, our resident Liverpool fan, Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪𝗰. Haroon, welcome back. It's good to have you back on the sofa, mate.
Thank you for having me on. I'm very, very nervous today.
I was going to say, how are the nerves?
I was very cool last time. Obviously, I did Benfica, and I was pretty convinced Benfica would be cosy. Villarreal's not going to be a lot of fun. I've got this one next to me who's just going to get a kick out of everything going wrong.
I was waiting for it. And of course, our Queen of Bingo back again. 2 nights on the trot, Nates. This is it's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable.
And guess who's not here? Dean. Dean, I'm coming to take your job, sir. No, honestly, it actually is enjoyable. And I'm actually happy to be with 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗲 live in the flesh, eh?
It's exciting. I'm expecting a bit of needle here. I'm expecting a bit of ribbon. You're basically taking over the chief antagonizer role that Dean took on last night. So
Yes.
you've got plenty of roles tonight. But first and foremost, this bingo card. Should we see what we've got tonight?
Yeah, so we've got quite a few things on here that I think is actually quite doable. I think we should get.
We got 7
today.
last night.
Yeah, we got 7 today. We're probably going to get to 8. So we've got Baldy Trent pass. We've got 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲𝗪𝗰 thumbs up. Wild Klopp celebration. 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲𝗪𝗰 Van Dijk header. Danjuma looking dangerous, which he probably will be today. Parejo puts one on the plate. Good Rooney save and fans in fine voice, which, to be honest, I don't know how we're going to figure that out. But whenever we see the fans sounding loud, or better yet, whenever you hear the fans sounding loud, let us know so we can tick it off. Thank you.
Exactly. Get in touch using the hashtag LiveScore watchalong. You can tweet any of us or at LiveScore, and we'll get that. But we would like you to tell us if Villarreal sound like they're having fun, because we're listening to this with no sound. So those are the bonuses. I mean, shall we get on to tonight? And let's get on to these teams. Now, babe, what's jumping out for you in this Liverpool team? Is this what you expected?
Yeah, to be fair, I had sort of like predicted that this would be the lineup. I'd imagine he would have played Mane through the middle. I did actually fancy Jota ever so slightly, because Villarreal is the sort of side where you're only going to get a few scrappy chances. They're not going to let you have clear-cut chances all game like Benfica did. So it's sort of like suited to Jota in that way. But then also we spoke before that Pau Torres against Mane will be fascinating, because I think Pau really struggles against more dominant and physical presences, and Mane is exactly that. And then obviously Diaz against Foyth is an interesting battle. I think Foyth actually had a decent season. I didn't think he would, because he's not. I don't think he's naturally a right back. So that'll be interesting. On the flip side, Villarreal with Danjuma and 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗪𝗏 either side. That's Liverpool's kryptonite, wingers that are quick, that can wait to get in behind. So that'll be a fascinating battle on that end. And this false 9, man, it's not even a false 9. Lo Celso's playing in midfield.
Well, you say that, but actually I'm not completely convinced he is, because they've played this sort of 4-4-2 for quite a lot of this, and actually I was a little bit surprised to see 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗪𝗏 in this line. Obviously the hero of the hour last time out against Bayern, but he hasn't started that many games, and actually in the side here that I thought was going to be a little bit more defensive, I'm surprised they haven't gone for the old double fullback.
Yeah.
Unai Emery loves a double fullback, especially down that left-hand side. Instead, we've seen 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗪𝗏 on the right, which I think means that it probably will be 2 wingers playing high and wide. And I suppose, we'll come on to what that means for Liverpool kind of down the line a little bit more, but ultimately, this side are going to have to play on the counter. They're not going to dominate the ball at Anfield. Very few teams do. In fact, nobody does. Maybe City aside, right? Like, nobody dominates the ball at Anfield. And so how they're going to score and how they're going to look to activate this game is very similar to what they did against Bayern.
Well, the space is always, when you come up against Liverpool or any of these teams that have fullbacks that go forward, it's always behind the fullbacks. Now, 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗪𝗏 probably won't be able to do a job on Robertson defensively. That's not really his game. But almost like the old school line that is, I think we call it Johnny hanging where I'm from. Do you guys call it the same?
What is
I've
that?
never heard that.
Yeah, what is that?
Johnny hanging is where someone just like stands up front.
Oh, goal hanging.
Goal hanging, yeah, we call it Johnny hanging. I don't know why it's called Johnny hanging. I feel like Johnny hanging is the name. But yeah, goal hanging. I imagine 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗪𝗏 will do quite a lot of that, because that will be the situation that they want to try and dominate. Can we get into that space and behind?
Well, look, they don't get to this stage very often, right?
Yeah,
So you look at that record. This is the second semi-final that Villarreal have ever got to, which is a remarkable record for a team of the size that Villarreal are. And we'll hear a little bit more about that in a sec. But it's still, you know, this is new ground in some ways. They've only been to this stage one time before, and that's a little bit scary, I suppose, for a club in some ways.
Yeah, it's scary for any club, if I'm being honest with you. Whether big or small, it's scary for any club. And I do think that Villarreal could cause an upset today. Well, I'm hoping for a Villarreal upset today. I can see you smiling.
But you've got to be.
Literally, if they could upset Bayern Munich, and I do think that Bayern Munich, they did play quite well. Obviously, I know contrary to popular opinion, people think that they didn't play as good. But I do think Bayern Munich played quite well, and Villarreal, they really brought it to them when they needed to. So I do think we're in for a treat tonight.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's talk about Villarreal a little bit more. Nicknamed the Yellow Submarine. In this case, it's a little bit more the little engine that could. And here's 𝗟𝗏 with a little bit more about their rise to the top.
The entire population of Villarreal, 50,577 people, could have fit inside Bayern Munich's Allianz Arena for their Champions League quarter-final. So how have the Spanish minnows reached the last four? Credit goes to local ceramics billionaire and supermarket tycoon Fernando Roig, who bought the Yellow Submarine when the club were underwater in the Segunda Division in 1997. Although their average attendance at the renamed Estadio de la Ceramica has risen drastically from the 2,500 when Roig took over, Villarreal still have to cut their cloth accordingly. Savvy recruitment has been a big part of this success, in the dugout and on the field. 12 former Premier League players make up the core of Unai Emery's squad, few of which pulled up many trees during their time in England. By average attendance, Villarreal are the 13th biggest team in La Liga. But Emery believes that the Valencian outfit offers something their more illustrious English rivals cannot, the chance to compete for silverware. Dutch striker Arnaud Danjuma is the perfect illustration. He failed to score a single top-flight goal for Bournemouth as they were relegated in 2020. He only found his shooting boots in the Championship. Picked up for £15 million last summer, he has led the line admirably in Gerard Moreno's absence. He scored 6 times en route to the semi-finals. Other heroes of this run include former Tottenham players Juan Foyth, Serge Aurier, Etienne Capoue. They were all deemed surplus to requirements in North London, as well as loanee Giovanni Lo Celso, a standout in the quarter-final at Allianz Arena. Recruitment isn't limited to the Premier League, another legacy of Roig's tenure. He's built an impressive global scouting network which identified Villarreal's Nigerian star and quarter-final hero Samuel Chukwueze. The Yellow Submarine does not look like sinking anytime soon.
Well, I absolutely love an underdog story, and this would be one for the ages. Neets, I know you're rooting for Villarreal, but how do you actually rate their chances?
Oh, the chances are so slim. It's so slim. I do believe that Jurgen Klopp, he's not going to go down without a fight. And Jurgen Klopp will probably be expecting exactly what happened against Bayern Munich. Villarreal to probably sit back and kind of take their chances whenever they can. So he's probably got a plan up of his sleeve. And if I'm being honest with you, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz and Sadio Mane front three, that is formidable. They are going to rip them apart. So I'm still rooting for the underdog, still saying that they're going to do it, but yeah, in reality, then they're not going to take this.
I mean, look, the record isn't terrible. Away from home, won 3, lost 1, scored 12, conceded 6. It's a good record.
That's a great record.
But ultimately, also, this is against teams of lower calibre than Liverpool. And I don't say that with any disrespect. I think that most people would have Liverpool as one of the 2 best teams in the world right now. And I suppose there is added pressure because of that. Is because you're kind of expected to win every game, and not just win. Liverpool are expected to go and finish this first leg.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that straightforward. I have spoken to a lot of Liverpool fans this week who are saying, like, this is the dream draw. And yeah, it is, obviously on paper, because you don't want to come up against some of the other sides that have been in the Champions League. Yeah. But equally, one of the things Liverpool struggle against is a low block. And that's exactly what Villarreal will do, and they will make you suffer. So I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as straightforward. I think it's going to be a very annoying game. And also probably quite similar to the Everton game, except Villarreal have a lot more in a counter and will be deadly.
And a lot more at the back, I would say. Well, they're going to need something special if they are going to pull off a famous upset. Our man James Lorenzo has a little quirk on how they might try to pull that off.
Thanks, Jack. Now, as we all know, Liverpool are the comfortable favourites tonight, but I wanted to just focus on how Villarreal might threaten them, and more precisely, when they might threaten them. Let's talk about timing. In that second leg match against Bayern Munich, they were under the cosh for a long time. Here's their match momentum chart. Clearly, Bayern were the better side for the vast majority of the game, but look at the end of each half. Towards the end of the first half, the momentum flips to Villarreal. Not by much, but enough to register on our chart there. And then at the end of the second half, they of course get the goal that sends them through to this point. And even as Bayern then push forward in pursuit of the goal they need to save themselves, the momentum still descends back towards Villarreal. There's even a peep of white there in the final few minutes. And the raw numbers back this up, right? This is a team that has scored 6 Champions League goals in the final 5 minutes of either half this season. No other team has managed more than that, and that's a third of all their Champions League goals too. Bear in mind, they've only scored 18 all season. A third of those have come after the 40th or after the 85th minute. For context, Liverpool have scored 25 in total, but only 2 of those have come in the final 5. In fact, no team to make the knockouts has scored fewer in those periods. So the takeaway here is that Liverpool are favourites, of course, but I'd watch out for Villarreal as we get towards the end of each half.
It's a very interesting one in terms of there's an obvious game plan there in hold tight and then release in these last 5 minutes. It's not something you'd imagine Liverpool will struggle with in terms of concentration. Klopp has his side so well drilled. And he also strikes me as the kind of manager who will not be taking this lightly. He's the kind of manager who will give everybody their due respect. And he's come out this week and said Unai Emery is the king of cup competitions. He is the man for these tournaments. You do not play anything but respect when you come up against an Emery side.
It's a good strategy because I think there probably will be players in that Liverpool team that are coming out into this game thinking, it's Villarreal, we're at home. We are going to beat them because they are that strong. But then when your manager's been saying all week that they're the masters of these one-off ties, they're the masters of sitting back, it's exactly what we don't like playing against. It's Unai Emery's team.
Re-drills it into you.
Yeah, it's almost like even if you think you're going to do it, you've got that in your head the whole time. But then also for fans as well, like the fans probably, a lot of fans might not watch La Liga, might have only seen Villarreal against Bayern and gone, oh, these are garbage, they were lucky to go through. It sets that like mindset in your head that that it's not going to be one of those where you just walk all over them.
No, absolutely not. I mean, look, we've seen the teams coming out now. It's probably time to get some predictions. Neats, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, you see, I could have gone for like a 5-1, but I thought I'm not going to be as dramatic as I did against Bayern Munich, so I went for a measly 2-1 to Liverpool today. And measly 2-1 to Liverpool, 2 goals for Liverpool, 1 last-minute goal for Villarreal.
Yeah, final 5 minutes of the half.
Final 5 minutes,
as James said just then. Debate?
I'm going to go 2-0, and just a very random observation. I think every single player has had a fresh trim for this game.
That's nice.
That is a very good look, but I'm going to go 2-0. I think it'll be tight. I don't think Liverpool are going to batter Villarreal, so I'm praying for more. I'd love this to finish like 3-0, and that'll be it done.
So humble, 3-0.
Well, I think Villarreal have only conceded 3 or more goals twice this season, so I don't see it happening.
Great stat. I suppose that's the way he's paid the big bucks. I've gone 3-1. I think I'm slightly closer to where you probably think you'd like to be, but there's no away goal, so it doesn't hugely matter, right?
Yeah.
But equally, there's the things. Do you know what I like about this game? This is a niche one, but I'm going to put it out there. Villarreal's away kit is red, and Liverpool's away kit is yellow. So even if you reverse the kits, they'd both be in the red and yellow. Yeah, that's my big takeaway from and things that you need to know about.
I don't even know how to reply to that.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones where you take in the stat and you're just like, okay, then that's fine.
Well, it's like when Ellie was here, right? And he was just like, is this the first time that a ceramic sponsor has ever been
yeah, legit.
Or a Joma kit in the semi-finals of the...
Joma's a shout, although I think there will be an Italian side with definitely more
Atalanta were Joma, but I don't think they got to the semi, did they?
No.
So
big quarters, isn't it?
Very interesting, yeah. But yeah, there's lots going on. I mean, a little bit of a personal landmark opportunity here for Mo Salah as well tonight. While we're on these things, he could become the all-time top Premier League scorer in the Champions League, if that makes sense. Or a drawing level with Drogba and Aguero. 2 goals would send him clear.
What's the stat?
So there's been Drogba scored and Aguero scored 36 goals while they were in the Premier League, in the Champions League. Now Mo Salah has 35. He could go level or even top them.
Which is quite mad because Drogba and Aguero spent a lot of time in the league.
Yeah.
I'd imagine Drogba's got more Champions League goals generally because obviously he played for Marseille. Although Marseille were only in the Champions League for a couple of years.
Might have been in that kind of dull period where Marseille was sort of all over the place.
Yeah,
So.
but yeah, I mean, he's unreal. Look at that fresh fade on the beard. That's my boy. He's looking sharp. I like my boy.
Listen, I'm not being funny. Hopefully his
attitude.
performance is as sharp as his hair, innit? Because lately he hasn't been.
To be fair, in the second half against
lately.
Everton, he was unreal. But like no one even spoke about the assist for Robertson's goal. It was on his right foot and he dinks it at the perfect height. He's also involved in the build-up to that goal, so I'm not concerned.
You lot overrate this guy way too
Oh,
much.
here we go. We haven't even started yet.
He
We've
was
got a
very
Salah
good, man.
overrated
He was
conversation.
Whatever.
Look, we're about to kick off. It feels like a final thoughts moment. How are those nerves, Nabaid?
I'm generally quite chilled. I'm still chilled, but not as chilled as I'd like to be.
Right.
That's probably where I'm sitting. I'm currently like, you ever had a Tango Ice Blast? Other brands available. You know when you get it, but you actually have to drive it home?
Yeah.
And you have it when you get home. It's like, I'm there at the moment.
It's not quite like ice cold. It's just it's a bit more mushy.
It's
That's
mushy.
exactly where I am.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Here we go. We're underway. Ooh, very
It was
exciting.
very like bright for a Champions League game.
Well, this is it. You get to this stage and you're like,
Anfield.
this would be night time in a group stage, wouldn't it? But it's that time of the year where every game starts and it's not under the lights anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, it's changed.
Here's me thinking you were saying it was bright because it's at Anfield, you know. I'm so done.
What do you take me for, man?
I don't know. Liverpool fans surprise me every single day. Every day.
I'm not one of them. Don't get twisted.
I'm excited for this. I assume it's just going to get worse
Yeah,
as we go along.
it just started.
No.
Keep an eye on this. I think keep an eye on this shape for Villarreal to begin with, because it does look a little bit like 𝗟𝗃 playing left wing.
Might be to stop Trent getting involved.
It might well be just to track that runner.
He is a good tracker.
He did almost score one of the best goals of all time as well in the Bayern game, which was sadly ruled offside, but was absolutely amazing.
What is their shape?
I'm telling you, this is already showing me exactly what we're going to expect in this game. They are not.
It's going to be
fighting
Danjuma
for
and
this ball.
Chukwueze are the front two for
Yeah.
what it is, but
Gorgeous son. Oh, he's not getting there.
Literally, your back line has had so much freedom to just pass it around because they're not trying to challenge them at all.
But in theory, that kind of does make sense, no? Like the players that are going to cause you problems are the ones you want to press. Van Dijk's not going to cause you a problem, and also with no Matip, you have Konaté as a completely different progressor of the ball. So, whereas with Matip, you actually do have to close him down. Similar to like
because he'll just go on the charge.
Yeah, similar to that Laporte at City. He had that chance yesterday against Madrid where he sort of just charged through the middle, but because he's so comfortable in possession, you have to get close to him. Whereas obviously with Konaté, it's very different, and same for Van Dijk.
What did you make of the City game?
Mad game, man.
It was incredible. Obviously, we got to watch it here. I got to watch Nice's reaction live. But
Yeah, it was beautiful, man.
where do you sit?
Beautiful.
Because we were quite a split panel on who has the edge going into that second leg.
I still think City have the edge. But Madrid just have this thing that in moments they can just win games. Again, they didn't play particularly well.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was looking at the game and I was thinking, Carlo Ancelotti doesn't even need to manage this team. He just needs to keep everyone happy and go, ain't no tactics. Like when the time comes, just you come clutch, you come clutch, you come clutch, and that's all that happened. And they missed Casemiro massively because Cruz cannot play in the six by himself.
Jack, was I not screaming, get Kroos off of this pitch?
Yeah, it
Get
was. But they were just.
Casemiro
The thing is, they were getting overrun, and Cass
Yeah.
gets overrun sometimes as well.
Yeah.
I would have
stability.
maybe started Camavinga and Valverde, but that's not the Madrid way. And
Yeah.
also, if you do that, do you risk the idea of coming away from what made it, what made Madrid great yesterday?
Yeah.
Like,
Fair
that's
enough.
the
Fair
element of it, right? They tried to put Valverde in there to add a bit of energy because they knew they were going to need it. But you change any more of that midfield, and you're going, oh, is this Madrid?
Yeah.
Is this the Madrid that know how to do those things? What a ball! He's very, very unlucky there.
Yeah.
God.
Thiago lost that pass, yeah.
Who would you rather play in the final?
Would I rather play? Oh, it's a weird one,
It's
because
weird, innit?
I was thinking yesterday, would I want to play Madrid? No, because just like they did against City yesterday, just stay in games. And like we're leaving going, but Mahrez should have squared it, Foden should have scored the open net, and Mahrez hit the post. But like, how many times have we said that for Madrid? In the entire 3 years they won the Champions League, we said that every year. I think they are just one of these teams who've got this weird relationship with the Champions League and killers going forward that just know exactly when the time is right to turn it on and to create moments. On the flip side, you've got City, who have such an immense record recently against Liverpool, bar obviously the FA Cup semi-final. I'd love to see that as a spectacle. I'd enjoy that more as a football match. I'd probably slightly prefer playing against Madrid. But it's like neither of them fixtures are nice.
It's a weird revenge mission as well.
It'll be a revenge, isn't it?
I think that story arc kind of makes sense, and I feel like it probably could end that way, because like the Champions League is so weird. It is like literally built on just random storylines. It feels like it's written before it happens. Woo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. Who do you back to win it out of the three? Well, not no disrespect to Villarreal, they're still in it. Out of the 4 teams.
I had Villarreal to win it then.
I had it. I
No
did
disrespect.
I did a percentages thing of it. I had Villarreal at 5%.
Nice.
I had Madrid about 27, I think.
Wait, how are you working?
Sorry, it was Madrid at 28. I can't remember exactly what it was.
calculations?
Basically, I had Liverpool at 37% and City at 35. And then Villarreal at 5. So work out what the rest is. Work out what's left. I think it's 20. I think it's 22.
Quick maths.
Leaves you your Real Madrid percentage left.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Real Madrid, their percentage should be a lot higher than that. I do think because they are the kings of the Champions League.
Yeah.
If they get past the semi-final, it's just destined for them to lift the trophy, isn't it?
Well,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
I think though that every
much.
team in every season of the Champions League, by the time they get to the final, has a feeling that it could be there. Yeah? Like Villarreal make it, they will go.
I think City will look at it and go, we probably deserved to win it last year. No disrespect, because Chelsea deserved to win it before they won it in 2012 and probably deserved. Someone said to me once, Chelsea were owed 2 Champions Leagues.
We were.
And
we were.
From the periods before, and they won 1 in 2012. One in 2021.
2021, that's it, yeah.
And they were like, but the 2 games that they actually won the Champions League from, they probably didn't deserve to win the Champions League those seasons. They weren't the best team in Europe.
Well, karma, ain't it?
Well, this is what I'm saying, but I think now City now probably feel like they're owed one, because I think last year they were the best team in Europe. And so I'm interested just to see how it kind of pans out in those regards. That's not disrespect, it's just it's one of those things.
Not being funny, but Chelsea had to wait a good few years before they actually got it, so City can wait another couple, right? They can wait another couple.
I don't actually back City in the Champions League or in just one-off game occasions, because like you saw yesterday, there were so many moments, like multiple moments where, I wouldn't call it a nosebleed, but they don't have that killer instinct. And that's not a lack of a striker. That's just City's lack of experience in them situations.
Yeah.
So if you look at, like, Foden had 2 really good chances. One was an open net. Mahrez had 2 really good chances. One where he didn't square it, one where he put it wide. And there was a few of them. And when I think about Madrid, they had 3 chances and they scored 3 goals.
Yeah. I think it's interesting though, because I think if City Madrid was the final, I'd probably be higher on Madrid.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas
sort your feet out, man.
that is
Outside
that
a little
is
bit
big
tense.
chance.
A little bit tense.
That is a big chance.
I feel like it come at him quite quick.
Yeah, but
Nah. He
He
should have
like half
sorted.
considered going down, you know.
He should have
should
sorted
maybe
out
have
his
gone down.
decision making
Yeah.
at that point.
I'm glad he didn't, but
Yeah.
he probably should have done.
Canato's a problem in the air, though. I think he's got 3 and 3.
Yeah.
They're not a small team, but Pau Torres marking Van Dijk. Whee, that's a problem for you, son. I'm here to watch Pau Torres get floored by Van Dijk.
I'm here to just watch Van Dijk.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a great battle. That. Who do you see scoring for Liverpool if it does come out? Well, let's pull up their top scorers for the season, obviously in the Premier League.
22,
Look at
Jota
Salah.
15, Fabinho. Oh yeah, he had a little spell,
He
didn't he?
did have a little spell, and he loves a few pens. Great
Yeah.
penalty
Oh, let's
taker.
see.
One of the few all-time football manager penalty takers that had 20.
Oh
He
really?
had 20 on Fabinho's pens when he was
Wow.
like a big man for the occasion.
He does love a good pen, to be fair. I'll probably back Salah to score. His Champions League record this season is very good. I imagine Jota will come on and possibly score. I'll probably back them too. I quietly feel like Mane will get a goal. He's been unbelievable recently.
You can back all the Fab
recently,
Four
yeah.
these days.
Yeah, that's it's quite difficult to predict who's going to bag. I don't think Diaz will score because, like, from what I've seen so far, he's playing really wide. He's obviously come narrow for this goal kick, but he's playing like really far on the left side.
I definitely see Mane getting on the score sheet.
𝗟𝗏 is
100%.
such a wonderful passer of the football.
Stick it on him. Parejo, as I said, literally just off air then, the man literally plays like he's got a truck on his back. He cannot move, he cannot pivot,
ability.
but technical ability is so good.
He makes me so happy. Like, I don't. Like, there's something really about his whole story, right? And the thing about being forced out of. Oh God. The thing about being forced out at Valencia as club captain, like and then joining their rivals and giving the armband and like leading them far and away above what Valencia had achieved in the last 10, 15 years. Just magical in so many ways. It does make me upset that he used to play for QPR.
It's a long while. He would even get in a game though.
This is it. Imagine that QPR had Danny Pereira playing for them. They were like, nah, you're all right, son. We don't need you.
Come on.
That
That was a poor corner.
After all that hype on Pereira, it's not like a dreadful corner.
You know, in them situations.
Look, he's in.
It's alright, Robertson's there. We're all good. We're all good.
But there's no one in the box, really, is there?
There's no one going to be with Moreno not there.
Oh, was he off?
Come
on,
man.
You know what? That new offside will really annoys me sometimes.
Probably really annoys Liverpool because like the line's so solid.
Was he really off?
Yeah, he is.
That's
like
tight.
Thiago stepping the other way. But I mean, I'm surprised they didn't get VAR to look at that and just play it on.
I think you should. I genuinely believe that the offside rule needs to be changed so it's just people's feet. I've genuinely come to that conclusion now.
Lord,
but the thing is, though, you can score with your head.
Yeah, but if your feet are in line, you're doing enough to get yourself in line. I think there's the advantage to the attacker has been removed by the new kind of element of it. If it's just your feet being in line, I think the advantage goes back to attacking football.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm so sick and tired of the ambiguity of the whole offside rule. It's starting to annoy me, especially because of what happened in the Carabao Cup final. It's just, what is offside, what's not offside? Please, what part of my body can I actually use? Let me know. God.
Yeah, it is odd. Also, the one thing I would say about other body parts is when you run, you don't just run with your feet. So, like, you know, if you're charging for a ball and your right shoulder goes forward, that's offside. I think then it's quite annoying, really.
So this is it. But also, I think the kind of when you're on a line, you're looking along it to be like, this is the game where you're in terms of movement, right? Yes, you don't run.
Mane, you should be doing so much better than that, bro.
Wow, that's a really.
You should be doing so much better than that.
He's gone up, really
he's trying
early.
to hang,
yeah.
Right?
Well, go hang in.
He's not Ronaldo, innit?
Or Johnny hanging.
Oh,
that would have been sick.
I see, like, people ain't going to talk about that pass from Mo Salah, but if that's Messi,
look at it.
Oh my God, he is so good.
Nah, Mane needs to be doing so much better. I feel your pain though, because I do feel like Mo Salah is probably right now top 2 footballers in the world.
He is,
but people will not want to talk about it.
Yeah, it just doesn't like them details there. He's improved so much in his game, but then in the next sequence he might shoot instead of pass, and people are going to go, "Oh, he's so greedy." And it's like, it's not though. Like he's definitely greedier than most wingers, but that's why he scores so many goals.
But also, you want that.
Yeah, exactly.
You want, like, without being funny, like you want someone that backs themselves in situations. Yes, obviously you want to make the right decisions, and you need to have the nous to do so. But there is an element of being like you want your goal scorers, especially, to back themselves in every situation.
Well, the argument here is people say he's greedy, but he's got 22 goals in the league, and I think he's got 12 assists, 14 assists maybe. So like he's greedy, but like there's actual profit to his greediness.
Yeah.
I think it's very different if, say, like the conversations about Bruno Fernandes, he plays in a completely different position where you need to be sensible in possession. Sometimes, anyway, not all the time.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, but I also think that Bruno's whole game is based around risk taking. I don't think he's having a particularly good period. I think he's having a relatively bad period in terms of career. But also, the whole thing is you want him to take risks all the time.
I'm sorry.
So you want him to lose the ball loads because that's the point.
You don't. No,
but you do because you
No.
want him to make. You want Bruno. If Bruno's not making the risky pass, he's pointless.
But I feel like in general, Bruno's pointless regardless. I don't know what it is about him. He's just. He scuffed it a little bit.
Yellow Submarine looks a bit nervous, looks a bit punctured.
See, Luis Diaz, he looks like he's on it. He might get a goal. You never know.
He's always on it.
Is that good, Rui? Say.
Sorry, what was we actually talking about? Because I'm really just... Yeah, I'm so sorry. He's just a pointless footballer, in my opinion. You don't know what he's good at. You don't know exactly if he's a goal scorer, if he's a playmaker. Pick one, bro.
Well, I think...
You can't be scuffing both of them. lately he's not a playmaker. He's not a goal scorer.
He's a ball
What's
and a
he
half.
doing?
Yeah.
I think he's really struggling with the idea of it not all being based around him.
Yeah.
No, football's like that.
No, but
Football's
like
not meant to be
there are
based
certain
around
players who
one
need
player.
the entire system to be. Look, and for better or for worse, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, the entire Real Madrid system is geared around Karim Benzema. When he's not there,
That's a foul.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, easy foul, easy foul.
He's not going to give it, I think.
No. Also,
He's gonna think.
Juan Foyth is from Argentina, isn't he? Is he?
I believe so. Yeah.
He's from, like, I really didn't think he was.
Yeah, he's 100% Argentinian.
Oh, that's not a foul.
I was wondering if you were going to tell me he's like played for Spain and he might have been naturalised or something.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure he's that 100% Argentinian.
That's specific.
That was high as well. But
Nah, I don't think he's 100% Argentinian.
Yeah, I think
I heard him speak English. He speaks
Sorry.
like really,
Right.
really.
fluently, innit?
Right, I meant there that he 100% is Argentinian like nationality-wise in terms of like the FIFA nationalities.
Sorry,
I wasn't trying to complain about his makeup. Like, I don't think anyone is 100% anything. To be perfectly honest with you.
You're not 100% Irish, Jack?
I feel like the atmosphere-
Nearly. I think it's 99.9. But you know,
I can't deal with you.
I feel like the atmosphere is electric. I can feel it. I think you should tick that off.
No, it's only
Yeah,
the
for
Liverpool
Villarreal, though.
Villarreal fans.
Yeah.
Although we did see them doing the old scarves when they got a
Yeah.
corner, so that might have been the vibe. Let's have a little look at the match momentum, shall we? It's one-way traffic. But I mean, you expect
find it
this.
hysterical.
Villarreal would have expected that, and that's not going to be a "oh God, what we doing" kind of moment for anybody.
Ooh.
What on earth was that?
That punch out.
Oh, he's offside.
Okay.
That I love Geronimo really, but he is a ridiculous goalkeeper in so many ways. He makes decisions. He's like a real for the cameras guy.
Yeah.
He loves regressive punches
a bit like
for no
Ramsdale.
reason. Like he's like, hey, like you're like, man, catch it. There's like no one around you.
Literally, that's
Vibes, innit?
Ramsdale.
I think
Vibes.
it might come with the fact that he's called Geronimo. Like, do you reckon he shouts Geronimo as he does this? Because I would if I was called Geronimo.
Oh my God, Jack, can you please display how you do that, please?
No, I'll do it in a bit.
Thank you.
I've just
Thank
found
you.
out
That
that
would make
Van
my
Foyth
day.
has a Polish passport as well. So.
I told you. See?
Oh,
I know my brothers when I see them. I've also heard him speak English, and he speaks English really, really well. If I'm not wrong, that might be. Was he born in Tottenham? Because someone find out. Was he born in Tottenham?
I don't
Did you-
know. We'll find out on that
Sorry
one.
to interrupt.
I'd be guessing no, but we can find out.
sorry to interrupt this, but did you see the way your back line just got split? Did you see that? Oh,
No, I'm
you
not
missed
concerned.
it? Okay, no problem. Just wanted to point it out for you.
It's football. Like if they do it 4 times in a game, we do it 40 times. We're chilling.
Ooh.
We play the game of percentages, man.
I'm so over you.
Parejo.
But look, Villarreal.
That's too rude about the corner and then that.
Yeah.
We've cursed Danny Parejo, and I'm actually mad about it.
You guys were bigging him up to me just a second ago.
Juan Foyth was born in Argentina. Yeah. Just say no.
Oh, is he? When did he move? Can I get confirmation of when he moved?
Did he grow up here? What was it?
He was born in La Plata.
La Plata.
Well,
There you go.
whoever is telling you that information, listen to one of his interviews. He speaks really good English. Although, in all fairness, I know Diego Forlán's Uruguayan. Have you heard him speak English?
Oh.
I actually had to interview him, and it was one of the most heart-rendering experiences of my entire life. I've never been more
You
sad.
interviewed
Why?
Diego Forlán.
Yeah, but obviously Diego Forlán was the man who scored the goal in the Hamburg final between Fulham and Atletico Madrid. He broke my heart as a 16-year-old. He absolutely rendered me like. And then I had to interview him, and I had to start with him, and I'm really sorry, I really don't like you.
That's jokes.
I was like, mate, you genuinely have brought me to tears. He was like, oh.
If I ever get the chance to interview Iniesta, that's how I'm gonna start.
Yeah,
it.
you
I'm gonna be
have
like,
to.
sorry, mate, I don't really like you that much.
Yeah, you'd be like, you actually broke my
You
heart.
broke my
He was
heart.
like, what? I was like, oh, I'm a Fulham fan. He was like, oh, okay. He just wasn't that fussed about it either.
Look, he's in.
He's in, but I also think he's
Ah.
offside.
Bad pass.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't offside.
He was just fully nonplussed about my teenage heartbreak. He was like, yeah, I mean,
He was like, it's life, it happens,
have you got
innit?
these questions ready or what?
He's a lovely guy, though.
Yeah, no, he was really nice.
Yeah.
He was really nice.
And he does speak mad English.
Does speak very good English.
Bing. That's a Trent pass, is it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think that
not
goes down
quite.
as well.
Diaz-
Unfortunately, it's
Oh,
not
no,
going to
it
make
didn't
it.
land.
It didn't land, it didn't land. Is that
Hey.
Trent's fault or is it Diaz's fault? Because he
Diaz's
could have done
fault,
a
bro.
lot better there.
I mean, it was like thrown at his neck, to be fair.
Oh, fair enough. So it is his fault.
Yeah. He'll play another one out. Like, let's bank it in for later. Can enjoy it a lot more when it comes off properly.
I'm not going to lie, I love a Trent pass. He's just so clutch. So clutch.
He is very good.
Very good.
Very good.
He's like the best
I'm
in
going
the
to keep you
world.
updated on the rest of the schools around the world. And my LiveScore app, by the way,
Very
a
nice.
really good app. You should all use it. Bologna have equalised
Yes!
against the Serie A title race is alive.
I told you, the draw masters.
The draw masters themselves. So that's good. That's good. In other news, Middlesbrough beating Cardiff City 1-0 in the Championship. That's your score updates from LiveScore.
Thank you.
Well, great widget, by the way. Have you ever used the LiveScore widget? The LiveScore widget, as you can see on the screens there, it's my favourite way of watching football when you can't be at the game.
I have heard you say that plenty of times,
Yeah,
so I do trust that.
It's remarkable. Like, it really
Absolutely
is
love this
remarkable.
widget.
Do you commentate when you watch the widget?
On the widget, yeah, I let everyone else
Awesome.
know what's going on. So I'll be like in the pub and they'll be like, oh, what's going on in the game? I'll be like, wow. And we'll do live commentaries based on the LiveScore widget.
Yeah.
It's a really impressive one for impressing your mates. So there you go, Neat. Try it, give it a try next time you're out, trust me.
Do you know what? Yes,
It's never
I
fair,
will.
it's never fair.
I
Party
will.
trick.
I won't commentate, but I will give it a try.
I saw an interesting quote from 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗪𝗁 earlier, and I thought this was one to take stock of. He said, Anfield is hell. You have to say it how it is, it's hell. Capoe's played 4 times at Anfield in his career. He's lost 18-1 on aggregate.
Whoa, boy! Oh, to be fair, 2 of those probably were with Watford.
Yes.
And one of those games was 5-0, so that's 5 out of the way.
Still, just the 13-1 in the other 3
Yeah.
games to worry about. Yeah, not pretty.
But I agree with him though. Anfield is hell. That's why one day I really want to go there just to see what the atmosphere is
Just
like.
see what hell's like.
Yeah, just see what hell's like. You know, take a walk down hell. Wouldn't mind.
I think Anfield's quite nice.
Yeah, but
What, like visually?
No, just like generally, I quite enjoyed myself.
Yeah, but you went to watch Liverpool Fulham, I'm guessing.
Yeah, on a Sunday afternoon, there was no one there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting a bit more. I'll be honest.
We'll have it.
But yeah, no, like, I think you. I mean,
Thing is,
I've been to the Belgrade Derby. I tell you, that's hell.
These are the right little tussle.
That's different. It's a bit different. It's slightly different. Anfield's nice. Good vibes. It's quite loud though. I will give you that.
I'm not gonna lie, if I go Anfield, and sorry to every single Chelsea fan watching this, I will sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." I will sing it, and I will be happily singing it, cheering.
You can just like kind of go with one of the other teams that sings it. You can just pretend you're like a Celtic ultra, or there's a couple of Dortmund sing it, don't they as well?
Yeah.
So you just pretend you're one of them.
I'm a
and then
Rangers
you can
fan.
Dug in. Oh, that's a shame. That's tomorrow night. That's a different game. Yeah, you can't pretend to be a Celtic ultra then. You'll have to go with Dortmund.
Deep down, you're like,
You'll
You're
have
looking
to
at me sideways
Well,
like,
no, you're having a terrible time. You support Chelsea and Rangers. You definitely can't sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." Like,
Listen,
you're in
that's
no
the thing.
position.
Like, I can't sing it, but I promise you, I will.
You could just pretend you're a massive fan of the Carousel, the musical.
Yeah, I am.
There you go.
I am.
That's where it comes from.
I didn't even know that, but I am. I
Good
am
fact,
now.
good fact.
Yeah.
Jack and his random facts.
Jack's random facts back for the day.
We should put that on the bingo.
Well, Jack comes up with something
random
yeah.
fact.
Yeah, I think we could. We'll maybe
one day.
Maybe the second legs of these semi-finals needs. We'll see how we are.
I feel like my pastor just walked through the door.
Yes, it
Yes, my guy.
Free in.
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
The time is here.
Shout out LiveScore for sorting me out with some Ramadan feast.
Jeez.
What time was it?
8:22. I'm gonna try and keep this bag away from the mic
It is
because everyone,
8:23.
everyone at home can hear.
He was on time. It's 8:23 on the dot right now.
Love that.
Will we see
On
the
time.
players' break? Will there be they do this sometimes, obviously. don't
Yeah. Well, it's at a different time in Liverpool. So it's at like in Leeds. It's like 8:36 today.
they? Oh yeah, of course.
Mm.
By the
Again.
north you go.
Yeah. So Liverpool will probably be like 8:36. So they might do.
Be interesting.
They do that in the Premier League. I don't know if they do it in the Champions League. But I am
I
gonna
suppose it's just at the discretion of
players. Yeah,
Players.
probably. I imagine you have to request it though, because you probably have to the board would have to be out of play, or
Yeah.
the opposition would have to be happy with
I know
you
a lot
taking
of the
break.
time the things that they get talked about are when the opposition keeper will put the ball out of play, and that's the time.
So when they do break their fast like mid-game, what do they eat? Would it just be like an energy bar? On the,
Probably.
on
They
the
probably have
sideline?
I imagine they'll have a date a drink, and then probably like one of those, what they call them, little weird gels.
No
idea.
The ones that cyclists have.
Yeah. Oh man, you've never had one of those?
No.
Woo!
Are they nice?
Have that before a night out, but you won't have to drink for the rest of your life. And I don't even drink. They just set you off, man.
They just hit different.
Yeah, honestly, they really do. I don't know what's in them, but like it just sends you up. Like it's like having I don't drink coffee, so it's probably like having a coffee shot. But it's obviously designed for players to have it like immediately and get them going.
They're gel. They're just they're like glucose gels.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they just.
But they're pretty intense glucose
Yeah, I don't think I'm
gels.
ever going to take any of those.
No, I mean, I think unless you are genuinely a professional sports person, or you go on like ridiculous cycles, there's really no reason for you to
or on a
do
mad
them.
night out.
Or if you want a night out with the base.
Night out with the bait, get them gels in.
Yeah.
Everyone's like pre-drinks.
Everyone's a free drink.
Free
He's
gels.
had 4 gels and they're shaking like a leaf. Like,
This man said pre-gels. I'm so done.
They're expensive though, to be fair.
Then just get me my vodka, thank you.
For anyone wondering, I am eating what have I actually got? Basically prawn pasta, but there's more to it. Yeah, it tastes good.
there's apparently the Villarreal fans are in fine voice, Neat.
Okay, so we're gonna tick it off?
Tick that off the bingo card. We're 25 minutes in, and that's our first tick. That's it's slow going this first half.
I'm actually quite disappointed. I'm not even going to lie to you. I really was hoping that Trent pass would hit with Luis Diaz, but it didn't. So just one tick. Fine fans in fine voice.
What else we got on there?
So we'll tick that up. We'll tick that one up. We'll get that shown to you in a little minute. What else is there? What's reasonable in the next 20 minutes? What do we think?
I think 𝗟𝗃𝗃 Trent pass is actually quite reasonable in the next 20 minutes. He's already put one past, but obviously Luis Diaz scuffed it. So I think we'll probably be able to see another one. I don't think a Klopp celebration's coming anytime soon, unfortunately, in the bait.
I also think that there might be a thing here that like a Klopp celebration now would not be that wild.
Yeah.
A Klopp celebration later on in the game might be a bit nuts.
Probably if it stays 0-0 to like the 89th minute.
Well, no, I think even if you get like a second half breakthrough, like it's a big moment. Whereas, that's
again, man, the ball.
He's in.
Bang!
Oh! What a shot!
See,
what a shot!
You've just seen 2 moments where
no backlift as well. Like the drill on that.
The pass was unreal.
He's so good.
Oh! You can see on his face, he knew straight away he sort of overhit it.
Yeah.
The pass was so good though.
Very, very good.
Oh, God.
That's the Mo Salah with the fresh trim.
The only Liverpool player that I like.
You're getting hustled because Parejo's got a truck on his back.
You got a gel pack in, man.
Actually, I'm not eating prawn pasta, I'm eating gel.
None of it's real. Oh dear. It is fundamentally just being played in Villarreal's half, this, isn't it? I saw an interesting one there for a minute ago that in the first 15 minutes, Villarreal had 0 touches in the opposition box, whereas 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃 had 1. So it's playing out, I kind of suppose, as we expected, Needs, though, right? Like this is.
Yeah.
Could you have predicted anything else but a Liverpool kind of siege on this goal? That was how it was always going to be.
It was always going to be like this. Look,
great, that's a
wait.
foul.
Oh, that's a foul.
Oh, you know what time it is?
Who takes this free kick?
Trent, 110%, bends it over the wall and scores.
All right, let's see.
He was a man for a big occasion. It was a silly foul, really.
It was so silly.
It
He was
is a
going
bit silly.
nowhere. Just had to bring him down.
Just before the free kick gets taken, probably worth looking at how Liverpool are attacking a little bit, and a lot going down that left, which is interesting. But they seem to think that Diaz is the man to unlock this defence, and I suppose the low block, that makes sense, right? Salah is going to be there on the end of things as opposed to picking up and driving.
Yeah. Also, Salah's been playing a little bit deeper. Diaz is actually going one-on-one against his fullback, whereas Salah seems to be peeling off and trying to play.
He was playing deeper, innit? Yeah.
Salah really thinks he's taking this. I'm sorry, bruh. As much as we're hating you.
What, can Salah actually hit it from there, though? Would you be confident if it was him taking it?
It's a bit far out.
Yeah, it is a bit far out for him. It's definitely Trent. Trent's putting the ball down, so. And also, it's a very good angle for a right footer.
It could be your Geronimo save.
Look
He's
at
like
him.
yelling Geronimo as he
Can't lie.
leaps himself across the goal.
You still have to show me. You still have to show me, Jack.
Only if he makes the save. I'll tell you what, if we take that off.
Oh. There was so much anticipation.
You know what's just happened when a Chelsea fan has been like, oh, Liverpool haven't scored a free kick.
No, it's not even that. I wanted to see the save, mate. I wanted to see the save.
You're just hearing me shouting, 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲 as he legs it across the pitch.
What's going on? Someone's been hit in the head.
Oh, I think,
Powell, of course, is on the floor.
What was the timer thing?
I think he's saying...
No, time off.
Yeah. Time off.
Time off! Time off.
Oh, look at Powell.
This has been discussed, hasn't it, recently, that they're going to think about shortening games to 60 minutes and then put a timer on, so as soon as the ball's out of play, it goes back in.
Can I just say...
I'm sorry, what?
What did I say last time I was here about 60-minute games? I said my prediction on 60 minutes last time was correct, and they were going, games aren't 60 minutes. And I was like, I've seen the future games of 60 minutes. And literally that same day, I think it was the next morning, there was this big talk about games being changed to 60 minutes.
Basically, they're saying that the ball is only ever in play, really, for like 60-odd minutes of the game. Right, so there's an idea that they'd shorten games to 60 minutes, but as soon as the ball's out of play, the clock stops. Like a rugby game.
Okay, no.
Yeah, I mean, not for me either, but...
No.
Not for me either, but
do you know how frustrating that would be? It would be so I can't do that. I can't deal with that.
It would alleviate time wasting.
It would, but I still would not promote that.
I think it's a bad idea because
Let's keep it as 90 minutes.
I think it's a bad idea because I think it's another rule that would benefit top sides.
Yeah.
Like, it's weighted so much in the favour of top sides already. Like, time wasting and play acting and dark arts are all part of those things that you look at and you go, these are how teams get famous results. You're 1-0 up somewhere and you go, right, we have to make sure that this sticks. And I think to take that away would remove a bit of football that's a little bit kind of subjective.
Please, I'm not for it. I do feel like...
There's that run again. He's tried it again.
Just keep the fundamentals the same. Like, 90-minute game of football, just don't touch it. Leave it as that, please. We've already touched too much of football to begin with.
Yeah. He's loving coming in. Mate, this keeper needs to hold on to that. I'm not going to lie.
Like, really?
He's actually launched a gigantic counter. It's all part of the grand plan from 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲. Now that I've lost my favourite keeper in the tournament, ꗟ𝗏𝗃𝗲 𝗪𝗏.
Oh, man, he's got a gamble. I could see that happening from here. So every man in the box here. Oh, Salah's not going to win that. Oh, man, he's got battered.
Surely that's a foul.
That's a yellow.
It's a card.
Come on. That's a bit of a harsh yellow.
I think it's a harsh yellow too. I'm not sure there's all that much he can do.
But the thing is, Van Dijk knows, but he didn't need to. He didn't need to.
He pokes it right.
Come on.
He's just a big man.
No.
There,
it's a yellow.
isn't he?
It's a yellow. It's a yellow.
He's a tree.
Yeah, he is.
Got hit by a
Literally,
tree.
he is. And that's a yellow card.
So we have it. First booking of the game. I don't think anyone had it as a Liverpool booking.
Look at Klopp.
He probably would have been one of the last people you'd predict to get booked.
Van Dijk, 100%.
Well, the good news is the chances are they won't get another one.
Probably won't be able to get past it.
Can you imagine he just clattered him there and got a red card?
Yeah, no, exactly. That would be my kind of statement as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do with you, mate.
I'd lose my head. This pasta's going in the air.
Yeah, exactly. Like, damn. Really needed that. Needs. I don't think I'd even want to be in the room with your reaction if Van Dijk got sent off.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, please, I wouldn't mind a Van Dijk getting a red card.
It would make for an interesting
game.
Completely. I mean, I think the game would still carry on like this.
Yeah, but Villarreal still won't come out. Like, they'll still be there
would
chilling.
Drop into centre back and on it would go.
Villarreal would chill. Like, they'll just hold back until the 90th minute.
Yeah, they'd literally play for a 0-0.
Why wouldn't you?
Fair enough, to be fair. This game could.
Although I suppose someone would say that the best chance you're going to have of scoring is against 10.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, Liverpool have pressed so well.
Yeah.
Flipping it, that was a ping.
It would have been the funniest deflected couple as it like looped chaos over 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲𝗏.
It was absolutely pinged at Diaz by, I think it was Henderson.
Oh, I honestly thought that was going in.
It's a good block, to be fair.
It would have been a lot of heartache for Raul Albiol. He's been man of the match in the last 2 games of Villarreal. For him to concede an own goal.
He's got a reputation
about
to
400
protect.
years old.
He's a warrior.
How can you say 400 years old?
Man is actually about 400
How old is
years
he?
old. He's got a fake passport.
36, I think, but...
Nah, he's older than 36 for him. I'm not having it.
Aye.
Go left again. Right. Oh! The technique was gorgeous there.
Let's find out.
I don't think he's 36. I want to see the passport picture as well.
I do remember him coming through. I do remember being like, oh yeah, there's 𝗟𝗏. He's a young, really fast defender.
Yeah.
36 years old.
Is he?
Bang on. Yeah,
hope
real
you-
ones
are
remember
you
his spell at
accepting
Real
that
Madrid.
age?
No,
Rambo, you
I'm not.
accepting the age?
I need to see the passport.
Yeah, real ones remember his spell
What
at
are
Real.
you
Yeah.
thinking?
I'm going to keep making a joke so someone gets it.
I got it. I'm trying to focus on Trent whipping corners in.
Okay, say the joke one more time. I was focusing on the TV.
I can't.
It's,
I can't
moment's
make it
gone,
third
moment's
time.
gone,
I
moment's
can't
gone.
make it
Oops,
third time.
oops.
I can't make it third time. It's, look, but this is exactly what you expect.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not overly frustrated. I just want the final ball to be good. This is.
oh, now that I think that might have to go down as an unbelievable trend.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable
He picked out
pass.
a man on the volley.
Look at the replay. He's so
He picked
techie
out a man on the volley.
I'm
and
actually,
effortlessly.
I'm gobsmacked.
Technique to like pluck this out of the air.
And find
Oh,
Salah.
man, that's outrageous. Wait, I need to get to my phone.
I am look at that, look at that. And people still dispute this man being the best in the world, or the best right back in the world. He is. By a
absolutely,
landslide.
100%.
Landslide.
It's because, thing is, like, you watch this game, and say Liverpool win 1-0, he gets an assist. He'll get taken on really badly once in the game, which is going to happen because it's football. Like, he's not going to win every situation. It's impossible. No right back does. But it's more about the fact of like what he's put in on the other end.
Yeah, I think the only argument you could have with Trent being the best right back in the world is he doesn't actually play as a right back.
Yeah.
This is that he plays a really specific system role that.
I did not enjoy that side, man.
Look at how it drops. Like I genuinely thought
That's a good run.
that's 𝗟𝗏.
Difficult finish for
Good
him.
run.
Yeah, of course, but he just looped it up in the air, and I was like, I don't know, I have a clue where this is going. Let's do a bingo update, shall we? Let's tick that one off.
Yes, we
Yeah.
finally got 2 on the board.
Hang on, is that I was going to say, is that 𝗟𝗏 putting one on a plate, but probably
No,
not.
it's not. It didn't hit as much as it should have. So we've got the worldie Trent pass. We've got fans in fine voice. Let's see if we can get a 𝗟𝗏 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get
Camera's
that.
not been on him once.
Yeah, we need to
You
keep
know
an
what
eye
I'm saying?
on
Let's see
Thiago.
if we can get that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a wild celebration's coming anytime soon.
No.
I don't see that happening.
That's Van Dijk's first yellow card in a Champions League game since. Anyone?
What, you want me to remember the game you got a yellow card in?
Well, a year we'll start with.
Yeah.
Probably
I'll say 2018.
2017?
2018.
I win.
Real Madrid.
It was against Napoli.
Oh.
There you go.
I think he got a card against Madrid as well that year.
Well, 2 cards in a group stage.
No, in the final.
In the final.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only thing I was thinking about the final.
no,
innit?
this was the group stage. It was December 2018 against Napoli.
Come on, man.
Wow, this is real scrappy in there for a minute.
They did well to nick it back.
Not being funny, Villarreal putting pressure on you, man. Still. Ooh.
Ain't no
I
pressure
didn't
here, man.
expect
They're getting
this.
harassed
No,
when they got the ball.
because they're soaking in the pressure you're giving to them, and then they're giving it right back to you.
They ain't doing nothing.
You refuse to accept it. I respect it. I respect it.
Well, I mean, let's have a look at Villarreal's average position map. Let's see.
See, look at the pressure.
Pretty deep.
To an
Well,
extent.
that
To an
left
extent.
side,
The
man.
centre-back is
Jesus.
Yeah, do you
quite
know
heavily
what?
deep.
Do you know what positions don't represent pressure, okay?
Stupiman's quite high, to be fair.
Yeah, he is. But like, he's high because Trent's high, I imagine.
He's a wide high, as you were
Yeah.
saying earlier about Salah dropping in as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on a little bit higher down the line. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting.
space.
Very deep.
Spaces between Pau and 𝗟𝗏, which is the one that run that Mane's made 2 or 3 times. Because of that situation where Estupiñán's so far up the pitch, Salah's like sucking him out, and it's like creating that space in and around Pau Torres.
That was very strange. Why on earth you would go for that ball when both your centre backs are in the opposition half? Seems like a misjudgment from me. But alas, I'm not Unai Emery. I'm not, as Jurgen Klopp said, the greatest cup manager in the world. So
Well, so far it's going to plan.
So, Jack, when do I get to see this Geronimo action?
we have to see the save first, I think.
Okay,
I'm a bit
then you're gonna
concerned
do it?
I'm a bit concerned about breaking furniture. After recent exploits. He's at it again, you know.
Punching it for no reason.
Yeah.
He needs to stop. I want to see an excellent save. Come on.
He has got an excellent save in him.
Yeah.
The boy Heronimo. There's that to come, I think. He's also got clanger in him. Like, he's very much that kind of keeper. What are you doing, Pet?
I'm not sure why he didn't catch that. Would have just like reduced the pressure.
That's twice. He just is that kind of keeper. He's quite eccentric. I know, like what do they say? All keepers are nuts, but I think this one more than most.
One day I'm gonna Google the images of him.
He's got short sleeves on. Like, I know it's warm, but equally, like, short sleeve keepers tend to be.
They're bad vibes. I'm not gonna lie. They're bad vibes.
No, I quite like them as a vibe.
Bad
but
vibes.
I absolutely don't trust them.
Yeah. Why are you wearing short sleeves?
Oh my lordy dordy. Not getting anything out of voice. I'm not gonna lie, this is low-key spicy. You know?
I don't want to alarm you, Rambo. But we have 25 seconds left before it's the last 5 minutes of the half. And I don't know if you were listening when our man James Lorenzo was saying about the way that things change.
I don't know James well enough to trust him yet, so.
Well, we shall see. Will the momentum swing to Villarreal? Find out here on the LiveScore Watchalong. And remember, you can get in touch using the hashtag LiveScore Watchalong, or tweet us, or all of the above, and we will see if we can answer any of your questions. Probably not during half time, or we'll be doing some analysis, but maybe if the second half is quite as, let's say, attritional as this one's been.
Attritional, good word.
Yeah, I mean, it's not been bad, it's just not been good. I think we've been spoiled from yesterday, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yesterday was just so... we watched a classic in action. Although I did see someone say, is this the greatest European game of all time? Which I thought was an overreaction.
What is the greatest European football match of all time?
Fulham 4, Hamburg, Juventus 1.
I knew something random was coming out of your mouth.
God. Okay, Jack, let's leave the Fulham talk, right? Let's leave that.
We have to get ourselves...
For just 1 minute.
We have to get ourselves... I actually think it might be City 5, Monaco 3.
That was quite emphatic,
City,
wasn't it?
Tottenham, when it was 4-3 City, wasn't it?
Was crazy.
When Sterling was offside?
Yeah,
that was pretty mad.
that was a crazy match.
I'm sure there are Liverpool fans everywhere screaming Istanbul at the screen. But
that's why I didn't say it.
It just feels a bit obvious, doesn't it? I mean,
I feel like that's way too obvious, and I don't think it was that great of a match.
I mean, it was, but you know.
Oh, it might be.
I'm not going to lie to you, I was way too young to remember.
Is it not La Remontada? Is it not actually Barca 6?
Oh my days!
Save!
No, that hit the post.
Is
it hit the post? Are you sure?
If it's the same,
Let's see. Let's see.
He's not touched this. Oh, it's hit the back. Oh no, it has hit the post.
Oh.
Don't question my eyesight.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry. I wear glasses in it, so. That would have been a sick save, though.
That's a
Can they show? Did he put? No, he didn't put a thumbs up.
Could never.
Fabregas would have scored. Fabregas would have scored.
Up, seen his striker running through the middle and put it on a plate for it.
All that. There you go. Don't ever talk on Fabregas again.
Oh, here we go.
He's more of an Arsenal legend than a Chelsea legend.
Fabregas.
He is.
What has Fabregas done for Arsenal?
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like what?
And he loves Arsenal more than Chelsea.
No, he doesn't.
He absolutely does. He absolutely does.
He doesn't. I feel like everyone has their own opinion, but yours is wrong.
I feel like you used that line about 4 times today.
Yes, and I'll use it again.
On 4 different people.
I will use it again. How dare you think Fabregas is more of an Arsenal fan than a Chelsea fan?
Gotta.
What do you... No, do you know what? This is Liverpool's night. Do not irritate me. Do not.
Listen, you came here to antagonise me.
Do you know what? I was going easy on you. Let me put the iPad
there's
down.
There's fire and fire here.
You, but now we're gonna take this home. We're gonna take this home. I'm gonna tell you that for free.
I might just go home and leave you two to do it.
I don't think both of us will come out of here alive. I really don't think so.
I mean, look, I imagine it would get views to the watch along. How'd you go viral? Watch. Man dies in brutal attack on football watch along.
Viral BBC News, like.
I don't think it'd be good for anyone's career, but like on the whole.
Career will be done.
Wait, shoot again.
Oh, would you look at that? Not being able to shoot, eh?
Oh,
typical Liverpool. Yeah, I've started, Rambo. I've started.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
You have a whole nother
I've got
hour
another 45
with me.
minutes of this.
You've got an hour with me. Don't worry, I've got you.
I really want to see the possession stats. I feel like they haven't touched the ball. Like, obviously they have, but
Look, 2 touches
they've
there.
touched it. That's 4 now. They give it away, though. we've pressed so well, but it's just so like congested whenever the ball's in a decent area.
I feel like the greatest teams know how to decongest areas like that.
It's not Chelsea then, is it?
We beat them. We beat Villarreal early on in the season, so let's see if you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about the
did.
Super
What score was
Cup.
that game?
Super Cup.
Oh, Super Cup.
Yep.
Was it pens? Or did you
I'm gonna
win?
be shameless, Jack.
Did you win
shameless.
pens?
Yeah, we won in
Yeah,
pens.
so you
We won in pens.
decongest them with pens.
Yes, yes, we did. We did.
That's next week's job.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't even talk about pens next to you, can I?
66% possession for Liverpool
Really?
so far.
It
you
really
go.
feels like it's like. Can we find out how much possession is in every third of the pitch?
I'll get my little elves working on it. Yeah.
Why not?
Oh,
Ah, he's not getting there. Oh, it's
Would you
offside.
look at that.
was it a save?
Offside. Oh, that does not count. It does not
I think
count.
he's offside.
Let's see.
The pass looks like it's
Yeah,
like,
he's offside.
yeah.
Off. Far off.
He's even offside with his feet, so he's definitely offside.
Like, officially offside.
Officially, according to
Officially.
me. I'm sure there's a phrase for this somewhere.
Oh my man, what are you
guy.
using on your hair?
Do you know what? I feel like his hair's nice. People
Really?
stick about it. Yeah, it's nice. He's got a full head of hair.
It's a bit Professor Snape.
Yeah.
I
Also,
loved-
good hair.
I loved Snape.
You only loved him after he died, don't
Yes.
even. Yeah, see?
Yes.
Anybody who says they love Snape before he died, they did not.
Is
Yes.
it? No, there are people, but they're just not kind of people you want to hang around.
Yeah, you don't want to chill with them people. They're bad
Yeah,
vibes. They're
yeah.
bad vibes. R.I.P. Snape.
They're like pure chaos vibes. You're like, nah, no. Some people just want to watch the
and-
world burn stuff.
And that's a
Yeah.
foul to Villarreal.
What is on the back of Jordan Henderson's neck?
I don't want to say what I said off air.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that. There's no way he rolls up to a Champions League semi-final without the back of his neck.
Maybe it's like when
don't
it's
know,
plugged for
you
the
don't
Matrix.
know.
It comes back up. It's backy. Look, we could tick it again.
Look, we'll
Villarreal
tick it
fans
twice.
are in fine voice.
We'll tick it
Look
twice.
at him, guys. If it's nice, tick it twice. There we go. Villarreal fans in fine voice.
This half is going to end 0-0. What a boring half of football from Liverpool.
I think it's
God.
been a great tactical watch, to be honest.
Tactical watch that has amounted to nothing.
𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲𝗦𝗰𝗋𝗋. Is that 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗲𝗃? Yeah, it is. Chill, Diaz, chill. You know what this
There it
game
is.
needs? Bobby
it.
Firmino. There's a lot of space in the pockets in and around the sitting midfielder, and he's very good at obviously, as we know.
Are we preempting the old half-time questions?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm like, wait
wow.
for Jack to
I was
ask.
going to be like, I'll have to think of some new ones now.
Sort of
All very
Top
different.
presenters adapt, Jack.
Yeah,
One of them.
Oh, I'm just cutting you off. I'm going to come back to it. I'll take those questions right back out of your hands. I got to get to Leeds first though, because she is effectively supposed to be neutral on this. As a half Leeds, not
Yes.
the most entertaining in the world, but also, very much what we thought we were going to say, what we were expecting.
Yes, and I'm very, very proud of Villarreal. I feel like they've soaked in the pressure that Liverpool have been trying to dish out to them. I do think that in the next half, Villarreal will probably be a bit more expansive, especially towards the last 10 to 5 minutes.
Just the last
of
five,
the
yeah.
half. The last 5 minutes of the half, we'll probably see them, get a shot on target maybe if we're lucky enough. But jokes aside, I do think Liverpool, they have put on a lot of pressure for Villarreal, but they're just doing what they do best. They're soaking in the pressure and waiting for that opportunity to kind of hit them on a counter. And once they do get that right, I do think Rambo here is probably going to leave here with a sad face.
Well, it depends, isn't it? I think the thing is that, look, you're a Chelsea fan. You've seen teams be suffocated out of games before. It's
My
what
team
Chelsea
doing
did.
a suffocation.
Chelsea did brilliantly last year.
Yeah.
They basically just held teams at arm's length until
Yeah.
they were able to strike, and it wasn't the most entertaining watching the world for neutrals, but it
Right.
worked. But it worked, and it got them, and it got you a Champions League trophy.
Do you know, I'd say that more for the 2011-2012 campaign. I think last season we played good football.
No, but you can play good football without being exciting, and I think that's probably the key. And look, for all of this half,
No, these are some backward jabs.
It's not a jab.
These are some backward
No,
jabs.
that's not
crazy
That's
in
not
a
a
lot of
jab. You
ways.
won the Champions League. No one's
Yeah.
taking away any of the things from it. It's more kind of it wasn't like, wow, I really like watching this Chelsea team play, because
What, when we beat Real Madrid like 3-0?
it was all counter punches. You're just good at counter punching.
Counter. Jack, are you trying to wind me up? You're meant to be winding up Rambo, okay? We're meant to be together today.
Let's go to Liverpool, shall we? Like, how, as a half, that was not the best half in the world from Liverpool, but equally, it was exactly, you know, how you expect them to play. There was nothing different about it. It's just the breakthrough didn't come relatively early, and if it had, that's a very different game of football.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the stats, and it's pretty much everything we predicted. The balls, to be fair to Villarreal, it hasn't been like Atletico. I thought Villarreal would be throwing themselves around. There has been some like half dodgy decisions, but not ones that you can really complain about. It's exactly the first half that I thought it was, and whenever you play against a team that's sit with a low block, you need to score early. And if you don't score early, every minute, every chance starts to feel like a drag or a moment wasted. In all fairness to Villarreal, I don't think Liverpool have actually created a clear-cut chance. Like, obviously, Thiago at the post, but it's not a clear-cut chance.
No.
This one was actually a good situation. When Salah found Mane? This was the clear-cut chance, actually, of the half. Where I just think he jumped a bit too early. Obviously, the guys at home.
That was the best chance. Yeah, that was the chance where Salah picks out Mane on that cross is the obvious one. But it's probably worth taking a little look at, you know, the momentum chart for the game and just kind of how things have gone. And there is that spell in the middle there for Villarreal where things did change a little bit. There was a couple of corners, there were a couple of opportunities where we saw that Lo Celso chance. We saw you know, a couple of runs coming through there where maybe the most wasn't made of it, but it has mostly been one-way traffic.
Yeah, it is exactly as you would expect. I just think Liverpool, they've pressed really well. It won't be something that people talk about a lot because it will just feel as though Villarreal didn't want the ball. But it just said there that Villarreal have completed 95 passes, Liverpool have completed 295. So Villarreal are trying to keep the ball. It's not a case of they're lumping it into their channels and trying to transition in that way. They are actually trying to transition in possession. But I think Liverpool have pressed really, really well for most of the half. It's just been a case of Villarreal are sitting off, and you need players that can take moments when they come about, which is why I said before the game, this feels like a 𝗟𝗏 sort of game. Those two chances that fell to Mane, even the one, you know, when it like came off his foot right at the start of the half,
yeah,
I think
very
Konate flicks it on. In a normal situation, I think 𝗟𝗏 might convert that. He's like an out-and-out 9 now. But on the flip side, like I was saying before, Firmino feels like a good option in this sort of game as well.
Yeah, I mean, is that the would you make that change at half time? Would you
Nah.
hold?
Like, it's an odd one because you're thinking it's 0-0. We're all over him. We've done everything right apart from score a goal. And Diaz hasn't had a bad game. Him and Foyth have had a battle. Would I put Mane out there? No, because I like Mane in that sort of deep run that he keeps making behind, I want to say Raul Albiol. But at the same time, how desperate are you to win this by 1, 2, 3 potentially? Probably very desperate because you don't want to be going to Villarreal with a 1-0 lead because they probably will score. So, personally, the change I would probably look to make earlier than any changes, maybe Keita for Henderson.
Yeah, I was going to say that feels like the preferred midfield trio now.
Yeah.
In terms of Villarreal, I mean, we can see their flank attacks here, and it's been pretty much one-sided, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be looking for Danjuma down that side and letting Chukwueze kind of drift off the other and try and kind of find spaces, try and ghost in and let Lo Celso make those late runs. But, I mean, do you change anything if you're Emery?
If I'm Emery, no. I think what they're doing right now I think it's completely fine. We expected this with Villarreal, didn't we? And
but this would be how they'll play at home as well. It's not like this is going to be a very different side.
Yeah, this is exactly what you expect, and I don't think anything should change. I do think that this works really well against Bayern Munich, so why change anything right now? If anything, Liverpool are as good as Bayern Munich, if not better. So keep things the way it is right now, and just see where it lands with Villarreal. Until they go 1-0 down, I don't think there's anything for them to change. And besides, is that Trent's side that they're attacking?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, no offence to Trent, but he is known for his defensive.
It's not even that. He's just moved forward so much. There is space in those gaps, right?
Yeah. So I don't think they're doing anything wrong. I'd keep it the same.
I don't think it will change even if they go 1-0 down.
Yeah.
If Villarreal come out,
If
Villarreal come out at Anfield with a 1-0 loss, I think they'd be like, yep.
Well, I was going to say, obviously, you watch. I imagine you watch more La Liga than most. Yes. I imagine before the game, Unai Emery's probably said, if this game's 1-0, we probably take it. I mean, you can see the La Liga stats there. Fewest goals conceded: Sevilla 27, Madrid 29, Villarreal 31, Real Sociedad 31. So they'll know they're not going to concede many. So do you reckon Unai Emery's saying 1-0 does?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's not playing for a loss. Would be more like, I don't think anyone goes out there and goes, yeah, 1-0 is fine. But I think he would come to the end of the game and you look at how it's played out and you think there is every chance that we can get a goal at home at 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲𝗪. It would be wonderful. The atmosphere will be incredible. There's a little bit more scope to expand. Obviously, the more you expand against a team like Liverpool, the riskier it is. And ask Benfica, right? They went for it at the start, and we sat here at Liverpool 2-0 up at half time at Benfica, and we said, "Oh, how did Benfica deal with this?" And they came out and they went for it, and suddenly the game changed for a little bit, and there was that element, and then Liverpool scored the third, and that was kind of that. But at that point, when you're looking at this, you're thinking, well, okay, do you have a go at that point? At 2-0, I think you have to at home. But at 0-0 away, absolutely no chance.
Yeah.
And even at 1-0 away, I think you go, yeah, we back ourselves to get a goal at home. Let's keep ourselves in this tie. But they'll have seen what Liverpool have done to teams in the past, and they'll go, that if we want to stay in this semi-final for as long as possible, we want to be remaining in it. The ideal, if you're an underdog, is that you're in the tie with 10 minutes remaining. Yeah. That's how you approach an underdog tie. And Simeone got a lot of stick for this for his Atleti side, but they were in the tie with 2-3 minutes remaining of it. They needed to score, sure, but they were in the conversation, and it's so easy with teams like Liverpool, like City, to fly away from it and let games get away from you. And I think that's what Villarreal will be saying.
Well, this is the most sensible approach, isn't it? Like, if you go like hell for leather against Liverpool, you are going to lose. Like, not many teams who do go hell for leather against Liverpool come out without losing.
Almost none, right?
Yeah,
almost none,
I'm trying to think of like even City went toe-to-toe in the FA Cup final. It was
and they lost
3-2. They went toe-to-toe in the league. It's been 2-2 twice. So even like the best possible team that you'd think could do it to Liverpool can't do it to Liverpool.
It's almost like, do you remember the dreaded Pep compliment?
Yeah.
Like when Pep would compliment a manager of a lower side that he'd beaten 5-0. Eddie Howe.
So good.
Yeah, Scott Parker. You'd look at him, he was like, well, 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲𝗪 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲𝗪, he loved 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲𝗃. And you were like, why? And he'd be like, well, because we can beat this team 5-1. They'll come out. He was like, I love that they come out and attack us. Well, of course you do. You're much better than everyone else. Like, of course you like it when teams attack you. And Villarreal will be wary not to do that. Let's have a little look at the XG timeline. Again, it's
relatively low.
It's relatively low for Liverpool. Is my takeaway from that.
What's that like? 0.7, 0.6?
But the fact that it's such incremental steps does suggest that there's been a lot of little chances rather than one big one, which is always quite interesting.
It's progressively growing, which is like, I know Liverpool are a very data-driven club, so I imagine if there's anyone panicking, saying we need to do this and we need to, and I'm looking at my timeline, Liverpool fans are panicking, I don't know why.
I saw someone tweet that we need to have a 3-4 goal advantage going into Spain. I'm like, who do you think you're playing?
Yeah, and also like,
I don't think
Villarreal are not going to score 3 or 4 either.
They're not going to score 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, I think like Liverpool will be looking at that going, data-wise, we're progressively improving in the game.
Yeah.
So the moment
I think a 2-goal advantage, this game is almost done, and that's not, again, it's not a disrespect to Villarreal. I'm big admirer of what Emery's doing, but ultimately, I don't think they're going to claw back a 2-goal lead and have to go for it without Liverpool punishing them.
As I said at the start, though, I predicted 2-0, but I felt like it was going to be 1-0.
Yeah.
And I think it will probably be 1-0. It requires something like really early in the half to happen for Liverpool to actually pile on. Yeah. But it is, as you say, like if it is 2-0, Villarreal have to score 2 at home without conceding, and that's not possible. I can't remember the last time Liverpool didn't score in a game. I'm sure someone's going to whip out a stat for that, but I can't see Liverpool not scoring in this tie or the other one. So that's at least minimum 2 goals that Villarreal will need to score if they want to win. But saying that they could win this 1-0, and I might be sat here going, "Oh, mate."
Even still, like it's one of those weird things that if this tie ends 1-0 to Villarreal, I still think Liverpool are favourites to progress. Like that, that's where it is.
100%. Yeah. You can't even say that is. It's just a.
The only thing is that you can sit on that, and they will low block again and do the same thing. And they're so good at it, and they need credit for that.
Yeah.
But I do think just with the sheer weight of quality,
I feel like just with how Liverpool are on Champions League nights, even if you lose this game 1-0 and you go to Villarreal, you will knock them out. That's just what your mentality is.
I think it's if this leg was the other way around, so this one was at Villarreal, the second's at Anfield, I'd very confidently sit here and say even if they took a 2-0 lead into that game, we'd beat them at Anfield, because Anfield is that place.
Yeah.
Whereas like going away to Villarreal, they don't have anything to play for in the league. Liverpool have to play Newcastle in between, away from home on Saturday afternoon. There's a lot riding on every single game for Liverpool. When they go into that game, let's say they beat Newcastle, they are going to feel a bit of fatigue and they have to break down Villarreal more than once. I don't think it's such a foregone conclusion.
I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. I'm not saying that, but I think it would be. I think it would be favourites.
Yeah.
Just the sheer, honestly, it's just sheer weight of quality. And also, there's this element with Liverpool in that there is pedigree in this competition. We spoke earlier about Real Madrid, right? We all talked about the fact that they feel like this competition belongs to them, gives them an edge. Liverpool have won this competition 6 times. This is Villarreal's second visit to the semi-finals, which is impressive and nothing to be taken away from that. But yes, they got over the line and won silverware last season in the Europa League, which was amazing, an incredible achievement. But I don't think it steps up into this. And you look at, the facts are that I think there's only 2 teams who have a better progression of getting from a semi-final into a final than Liverpool.
I believe one's AC Milan and the other's Real Madrid.
There we go.
Very plausible,
There we go.
I thought Benfica were in there, but alas, either side, it's one of those that you're looking at Liverpool and thinking, wow, these are a force. No matter where, no matter at Anfield, no matter away, it's going to be very, very difficult to knock them out. And I think what we've seen over the last sort of 5 years, maybe 5 is a bit of a stretch, but 4 years, is that it's taken something pretty remarkable to knock Liverpool out of the competition. And that's where we are.
Listen, I don't even mean to big you guys up or anything. You know me, I'm a big Liverpool hater, but I'm just like, the way you're bare monotone right now. You're probably yeah.
I'm just chilled.
I'm just like, nah, babe.
The thing is though, if
you've got this.
Yeah. But if you watch the way Villarreal play, they will frustrate. And the one thing Liverpool would have struggled against time and time again is low blocks because they don't have a 10. But although I think actually a position number 10 is dying off a little bit.
You just signed Fabio Carvalho, the world's next great number 10.
He's a baller, to be fair. He's your boy.
He's my boy. He's only more. He's yours now.
Yeah.
You must look after him for me instead.
This game's probably made for 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲 𝗪𝘁. I don't even know if it's on the bench.
He is, yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He hasn't been for the last few games. But, I mean, he got thrown in against Inter, and that fixture's absolutely wobbled him because he just couldn't get going in that game. So maybe it's not. But the great thing for Liverpool in this situation is, I'm sat here going, this is difficult, but Liverpool have options. You can throw on Firmino, you can throw on Jota. Even Ox, someone like Ox in a game like this, because I think in Champions League football, when you play against teams like Villarreal, you're so hardwired to go, we have to break them down in this set way. Robertson's going to cross it, Mane's going to flick it on.
Patterns of play, innit?
Yeah, but
I
sometimes...
feel like Ox is just a free-winded player. He goes with the wind.
Which is why Klopp doesn't actually love him that much. It's similar to Origi. Origi kind of comes on and goes, I'm just doing me.
That's how he got the goal against Everton,
I wouldn't be surprised if he throws Origi on because he tends to throw Origi on in games where he doesn't sense that the opposition can counter.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't need his focal point to press.
That said,
you're good, man.
They are definitely going to try and counter.
Yeah, 100%.
Be interesting. Right, off we go again.
They will be
another
better
45 minutes.
Who? Villarreal or Liverpool? Villarreal.
I think Liverpool played very well.
I actually slightly disagree. I thought Villarreal were pretty...
No, I can see it already. Look, compared to how they started the first half.
Attacking-wise.
I don't think they're going to come out. I don't think it'll come out flying at any given point, but we shall see.
I think they'll create a little more.
Great save.
That's not a great save.
From his own player.
It's not a great save.
Great stop. Head on him up.
We're literally just picking it.
Listen, I'm throwing Origi on and saying, go up against Pau Torres, bully this boy.
How can you say that about such a beautiful man?
He is beautiful.
Why would you want to bully him?
Yeah.
Game's the game, innit?
Give him a cuddle.
The game's the game. It don't matter if you look good.
Mate, put me up against him, I'll bully him. He's so soft. He's so gentle.
Gentle what?
A nice man.
If he ever sees this, he's just going to be like, what is this guy talking about?
What are we talking about?
Love it.
Yeah, no, I actually, to go back to your point at half time, aside from Pau Torres being a nice, soft man, Navigator does feel like this. Doesn't it? I've gone, we're finished.
Oh, that's a foul. That was 2 fouls, technically speaking. He's panicked there. Is that a pen or a free kick?
You wish.
I think it's a free
It's
kick.
a free kick, mate.
I think he falls in the box.
Yeah. You wish, is that a pen?
He falls in the box, mate. That should be the new rule. If you fall in the box, pen.
Okay.
If your feet are in the box.
Do you know what? Let's just strip it at offside. Let's keep it there, all right? Let's make up offside rules and let's leave the penalties alone.
If your feet are onside, you're onside.
Yeah, let's leave it as that.
I always sense that this sort of situation is made for a left footer, but Liverpool love an outswinging cross or outswinging.
He's got '𝗏𝗏 header on target written all over it.
It's such a weird angle though.
It's kind of awkward.
It should be a left footer swinging this in, but obviously Liverpool will not do what most
What's
normal folks do.
It has worked though.
Yeah, yes, you can't complain.
Yeah, we were talking about this with Stephen last night. He was saying that Man City have just got much better at set pieces, and I was saying that when we were talking about it the last time Liverpool played, so have you.
Yeah.
And it's almost a bit like the best teams are just like, well, we take every single opportunity that will be handed to us in order to improve in any situation. And that's just, it's such a all-encompassing philosophy from these two sides at the moment.
It's just a case of like, I think, what in God's name just happened there?
Yeah, he spotted the non-offside throw-in.
I didn't even see where he came from. I blinked and he was on the ball.
I love it when like people are like, I'm going to take advantage of a weird rule. It's like, I can't be offside from the throw-in. Here you go.
Yeah.
You lot are so bad at breaking down low blocks.
They're just sitting in, man. Just sitting in.
Do something. Do you know how when you watch City try and break down low blocks, City plays
Quickly.
so expansively.
City just pushed the ball around really quickly.
Yeah, they push it so quickly.
To be fair, Liverpool have played quite similar to City in the sense of suffocating the other team. Like Villarreal haven't got out.
I mean,
*𝗏𝗏's put Vaseline
I feel like City would have scored like 2-3 goals by now.
I mean, did you see them against Palace? So, you know, City have failed to score 6 times this season. Liverpool only failed to score once this season.
Pack it in the bay.
Who was it? Who was it against?
Who was it against?
One was actually Palace, Southampton, Tottenham.
Chelsea?
Oh no, I'm asking about the Liverpool.
No, it
one.
was 1-1.
Oh.
Because that's when the last time you failed
1-1.
to score was.
Yeah.
When was that?
We
I
failed
actually
score
can't
against-
even think of a
We
game where
lost
you haven't
1-0
scored.
someone. It might have been Southampton.
Let me go check it.
But that would mean Southampton have got points off Liverpool and City. Yes, Fabinho's offside. He's offside. Van Dijk was offside. You were panicking then. You were low.
Loki, I was panicking. Loki, I was
the
like,
eyes are back up.
Yeah, I told you.
Don't not trust his eyes.
Woo!
Is he off?
He's off. I think it's Van Dijk who's off.
Let's see.
Good eyes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
His feet are offside.
Yeah, his feet are
His feet are offside.
Fabinho's onside. Albiol knew, even though he's completely facing the other way. Yeah, Klopp knew as well.
No
He
wild
knew.
celebrations here.
He knew.
And look, you know when you see fans there fuming because like the ref's given offside, you're like, yeah, but it was offside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, but that's the right decision, and they'll check it via the technologies that are available to them.
I'm not gonna lie, I am one of those fans.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind fans.
I am
think
one
with
of those
fans,
fans.
It's completely reasonable. I don't get these days when players go around the ref. Like, obviously, it's hardwired.
Yeah.
Like, and I appreciate that people are like, but like, they're like, we're obviously gonna check this. Like when an offside is there, they're like,
No.
They're gonna check.
Or when they check a handball and they're like, no. Do you know what really annoys me about handballs is that a player will score with his hand and still celebrate like they're not going to check it.
Yeah, to be fair, it worked in the FA Cup.
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
The thing about it is, I think it's a lot of it is gamesmanship because like you're constantly in the ref's head.
Yeah.
So
fair.
like so then the next situation where because obviously they don't VAR every free kick.
Yeah.
So if someone goes down at the edge of the box and he's just had players in his ear. He just goes, yeah, that's a free kick. You've just got that little bit advantage. And to be fair, the teams that do it the most are the teams at the top.
Yeah.
Like Liverpool and City do it a lot, where they surround the ref. Yeah, Chelsea's
loads.
It was just, it
But
was
it
like
works.
Chelsea's thing for a bit.
Man
There'll
United
be 11 players around the ref.
Yeah.
at any
Every
given
single one of
time.
them. Man United are the kings of doing it though. They used to be anyway.
Nah, see, that's where
Used
it's all
to be.
gone wrong.
Yeah, they
They've
stopped
stopped
surrounding
No,
the
they
ref.
stopped surrounding the ref. Stop clamping down
There we are.
players.
Don't need new managers, new players, new board. All they
Just
get back
surround
on
the
the ref. No.
Clamp down players.
How was he just given a foul
Break
for that?
their knee.
It's not a head injury. Was it? Did you see Richarlison on the weekend?
Yeah.
He heads it out from the corner and then like starts running, realises Everton lose the ball and just falls over, holding his head, and the ref's like got paused game. I was like, he just headed the ball and it wasn't even coming in quick. And he looks up, sees they lose the ball, then rolls over.
There was There's some ones in the Championship this season where you can tell that a manager has told his players to go down in like a certain order.
Yeah.
Last night I saw 2 players go down at the same time, and then one of them realised and was like, "Oh," and got up.
Love it.
Genuinely amazing. Like it's not. Also, the thing is like everyone's like most teams use it now. It's not obviously at the top you get against you more of the losing, but most teams use an element of gamesmanship to try and get through things. So it's not even like a criticism. It's just I always find it really funny.
What a take your time there, Louis. Great save.
What a ball!
Surprised the man didn't punch.
He didn't punch it. Yeah, it's a save.
Such a good crossing, man.
But that's how you know that he knows what he's doing. Because if he punches that, there's definitely someone there on the rebound.
It's Jota off the bench.
Let's get Jota in, man.
If he's on.
The thing about Jota is, right, I don't see him as a great player, but he's always in the right places at the right time.
He's developing into a very special footballer.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah! Come on! We'll take it! Oh boy, they hate Jordan Henderson, my brother! I said
They
earlier,
were doing
Let's
so
go!
well!
What was really doing?
They were doing so well!
Really just panics. That is the goal you need. The yellow submarine
Oh, man.
is in trouble now. It's been a sea of red the whole game, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now you're gassed.
Now
Now you're gassed.
Yeah. Needs this one as well. I'm no Jack Collins, all right?
Oh,
To be fair, like when he put the cross in, I was thinking it's a terrible ball in because just
It looked like a terrible ball in.
I'm thinking drill it, and he's floated it.
Deflection.
Deflection and
Deflection.
in. Keeper's got to do a tiny bit better. I can't lie, but we'll absolutely take it.
What's he got his hand to it as well.
He looks like he's trying to claw it actually like out that way rather than over the bar.
push it over.
Yeah, he's trying to like do that with it.
Very Pickford vibes.
Yeah, big time.
You're in again now. Here you go. The floodgates.
I swear, do not make me go home early. Please.
Oh no. What will we do with the bingo if you go home?
I'll take the bingo home with me.
Oh no.
Don't do the flicks, man. You're not a flicky kind of guy.
That was great.
That was
flicky.
Because you know him personally. Like, yeah, you're
He's
not
just
that
not,
guy.
man. He's not that flicky kind of. He doesn't do flicks or tricks. Keep that.
Yeah, safe hands. You've been kicking around with the Liverpool players recently. Been fun.
I have, yeah.
Jota
actually, which is probably why I'm rooting for him so much. I had a few shoots at Costas, Thiago, and Jota for a shoot. It was really good. Costas is like the funniest dude in the world, just like a proper class clown. Speaks English enough, but he came in and he was just in a really funny mood. And I think sometimes you like kind of forget the dude's so young. He's like 23. Yeah. I was probably exactly the same at that age. Like, it's a great bit of footwork. Oh, give it back to him. And then had Jota for a UEFA Champions League shoot where we played. Oh, great turn. Finish him! Get in! Big Mo Salah! He has been unreal. What was I saying at the start?
I told you Mane is going to get on the score
It's
sheet.
showtime. It is absolutely showtime.
Here he is, Zappy now.
Yeah, let's
Zappy
go.
Now. This is it. That's the vibe.
I'm sorry if you're hearing
That's
this really loud. I apologise, but it's Champions League. It's Liverpool in the semi-final, and it's Mo Salah magic.
Like, please,
Yeah,
I do not want to see an all-English final. Please. Even if it has to be Liverpool, Real Madrid, please. I can't bear it.
I don't think he is. He actually starts the
he's fine.
with an incredible drill past 2 players.
This is a
He's
good.
fine. He's
I think
absolutely
he's
fine.
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
No, he is. Raul
His
Albiol's
feet,
back
his
foot, I
feet.
think.
Ooh.
Right.
It is tight.
Tight. Let's see how they call it.
I think they'll give that to him.
I think it's like Raul Albiol's back foot.
The Champions League tends to be slightly more weighted.
Oh, it's a great ball.
It's a lovely ball.
Pau Torres, close your legs, son.
What was the
Don't talk about Pals like that. Don't do that.
What was the Salah thing on the bingo card?
Oh, was there?
Was that? I think there
Let's
was a
have an
Salah
update, shall we? Should we have a bingo
I
card?
don't
There
think
is no Salah
Is he
thing.
offside or is he onside?
We don't know. Is that a wild Salah?
No, that's a normal celebration. There's nothing to do with Salah on the bingo card.
You missed the bag there because he's been on
I know, right? I know. We should have done a worldie Salah pass or something.
Salah Megs.
Salah Megs.
Started. It's good.
He's got double Megs on the far side before the actual assist to the goal.
Now I wonder if Villarreal start changing things up.
Oh,
I still don't think they do. I still think you come out of it at 2-0, you're like,
They're worrying a bit now, though, as
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
be.
100%.
You would be, because if a
There's
third
a long
goes
way
in,
to go, right? There's a long way.
they ain't coming back from 3-0.
They're not coming back at all.
We could play 5 legs, they wouldn't come back from 3-0.
You've changed your tune.
No.
Can you
No.
The confidence on this guy,
I said 1-2-0. I never said anything about freeze. I never said anything about
Where's
freeze.
this confidence come from?
I never said anything about freeze.
Just half time, you were all monotone.
Just so we're aware, we've got the double Emery left back going on now, so that's
Oh,
nice.
he's made a change.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
that's very exciting.
2-0.
I didn't even see him come off there.
𝗟𝗃𝗃 got injured in the build-up.
Oh, okay.
Came on. I think they did it while the celebrations were going on.
Wow, someone got injured in the build-up. They should really look at that second goal.
I think he just probably fell over after being twined a couple of times.
I'm just messing.
I know.
Look at him tweeting it up as well. Look at him. Toes changed.
Let's have a little look at Sadio Mane's touch map. He's been playing through the middle, but that's exactly what you expect from a drifting centre forward. Been everywhere, really. Some excellent stuff. And a nice little finish there to cap it all off.
It's been an interesting transition for him to start playing as like this, not a false 9, but he plays as like a deep 9. I don't even know if that's a term, it's really not.
I call
but
it like a 9.5, like between a 10
yeah, but he doesn't
between a
actually do anything for the build-up of the play, so he kind of
He
like...
didn't start that move, man.
Yeah, literally.
Nah, Salah started the move on the far side.
Oh, is this going to be number 3? Oh, deep.
Bit needless.
That was a bit.
Sometimes you got to
Well,
show, you got to show
off.
some
Yeah,
skill in
true.
the Champions League. You're under the lights, show
Was
your
it
skill.
the Chelsea game where he kept no looking every single pass?
Oh
Was
my
it?
God, that was so irritating.
Yeah, like,
it was so
I was
irritating.
like, why did you... Wait, a minute ago you're going, look at it, we like it with the flair. And then,
Every single pass he did the no-look pass. It was so irritating. Oh, sorry. Is that
You get
Salah? Did he
clamped.
get nicked off the ball?
Oh, Fabinho. They just can't get out.
No, they can't.
It must be so irritating as a footballer.
Look at Salah just dancing around, mate.
Ooh,
So
I think he's
dangerous.
going to foul. The shirt tug.
that was slightly
Yeah.
risque. Should we do an update on Serie A? Let's find out what's happening in
Yes.
Serie A.
It's probably going to be 2-1 Inter, isn't it?
Bologna 2, Inter 1, full time. We got a title
Let's
race.
go! Love it.
Wow.
Ace, you're in business.
Marco Arnautovic.
Is that
with
who
a
you're
goal.
rooting
That
for?
guy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, a lot of my friends are at Inter, and like the guys that I know who actually look after me in Italy are from Inter, but yeah, there you go.
So you're just rebelling
Yeah, but you
against
always
them.
want your mates to lose, don't you?
Yeah.
You're not mates to
No.
lose,
That's
you
what's
want your
happening
mates
here,
to
isn't
lose.
it? That's what's happening right here on this sofa.
I don't want my mates to lose. What do you mean?
You don't want your mates, always want your mates to
No.
lose.
If they're
Yeah,
not
they
playing
can't.
Oh,
against...
Pal's in trouble. Oh, Pal probably. He's tried to claw out the most perfect beard, saying I kind of could do with a bit of facial hair.
Should we
Do you
take
know
a
what?
little-
You need to stop disrespecting Powell, yeah? Stop disrespecting Powell.
Let's look at Jordan Henderson's heat map. We were talking about potentially pulling him, but
I'm
he's
trying to choke slam him.
he's absolutely caning it down one side.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, wow.
slightly wider than maybe you'd have pegged him.
I was about to say, is that normal for Jordan Henderson?
It has been recently when he's played as a right-sided 8, because it obviously allows Trent to play, like literally where they are now in terms of where the map is. It allows Trent to play really wide, and then I think I imagine what happens is Henderson comes narrow. So if the possession changes hands, it's really difficult to play it into that channel because you've got Henderson who's constantly like pinching possession
Patrolling.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
patrolling. Yeah,
Like a seahorse.
just sort of like controlling that area of the pitch.
That makes sense.
But I mean, look at his position now. I don't know what he's doing there, but Klopp knows. I don't. You know, one thing I was.
Klopp probably don't even know himself.
I was saying this before actually.
Oh!
Good save.
Great save.
Alright, what are we saying? We're going to need to ticket sometime.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's
We're
desperate.
desperate
It's
here.
desperate.
We're desperate.
Oh, this is bad.
We've got
bingo
what?
card yesterday was looking
Was that a
like...
power header from Van Dijk, or do you mean like the power header's going to be in the net?
No, I
Towering
don't think
header.
he has to
Towering.
score. I think it has to just
Towering.
be like a real good clearing header.
No, towering. Let's do it specifically. Just be higher than your opponent.
That's out. Oh, he's done
Or
very
not.
well. He's done very
Oh.
well.
That
He
was
has
very
not.
bad.
Counter's on though, because they've got 1, 2, 3. They've got 6 forwards. That was a terrible ball from Thiago. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible from whoever that
My
was. I didn't
thumbs
see.
up.
Here goes Trent.
He's gone full press on Powell.
It's a lovely ball that to go back down the channel and not give away a throw.
Powell.
Very
Do
good.
you know the Will Smith meme Keep my wife's name. Yeah, same.
Oh, he's pitched it. That's a foul as well.
Same energy
That
for
was
Pau,
silly.
okay?
Is that @𝗟𝗏? It's got to be a card, yeah.
Yeah, dragged him down by his arm. They're panicking a bit now, isn't it?
Yeah, it was ad. That's to cut. It'd be booked. So that's okay.
Yeah.
So it's important for morale.
For morale.
I love when players do that. Let's drag him down by his leg. Yeah, it's
Oh,
tight. It's
lucky
very
boy.
tight. It's that back leg. Raul Albiol's 400-year-old
very tight.
back leg couldn't move.
As
I
offside
will
calls go
accept that offside.
for the second goal, his feet are in line, so I don't think anybody's
Yeah,
complaining too
you
much.
said feet. If that was his backside, you two would have
if that, I would be fuming
I'll be
if that
fuming.
was like his arm. But yeah, so Mane onside for that second goal. Unsurprisingly, considering it was allowed to stand, but you know, it's always worth checking these things.
I'm so jealous of your fullbacks.
I thought that would be the only place you potentially weren't jealous.
One truck against another.
You also have good fullbacks.
Yeah, you do.
Such a who us?
Yeah.
Sure.
We
Reece.
do when they actually do play.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, the injuries have been insane. Wouldn't mind a Trent in my team. Or in fact, no, just give me Robertson. Keep Trent.
How would you feel about, say, England playing Reece James at right centre back because they play a back three?
Yeah.
And Trent at right back.
I'm
right
for
wing
it.
Back, yeah.
I'm for it. I think Reece James is just as good as a right centre back. Obviously, I'd prefer to see him play that right wing back role, but can Trent actually pursue a right wing back role better than he would a right back role?
Oh, he practically plays as a right wing back. He'd probably play as a deeper right wing back than normal right wing backs. So they try and play. They normally play really high up the pitch.
Yeah.
But I think them two would actually combine quite well
They
because
would be
Reece is technically
sick.
so good.
So good.
Service would
And
never be an issue.
defensively, he's good. He
Yeah,
covers
he's
himself,
sound.
and his recovery is amazing, Reece. So I think they will work well together. To be
England might
honest.
just have too many pieces for further forward to actually continue with a back five.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Like it might be a bit much.
But we say that, but in the Euros, we saw a back five come out.
Yeah. But I also think that's potentially why England didn't win it.
Yep, I agree. But I don't think Southgate will at any point play.
You just don't like England, do you?
That's not true at all. I just that's like
He might be offside.
Is he off? Is he off? He's off. Oh, I'm going to say 3-0. There's no way back, bro. There's no way back from 3-0.
Trent.
Is
my
he? Is he
days.
off?
I think
Let's
he
see.
is. You can sort of tell from his body position.
Yeah.
Oh, he's well off.
Yeah.
He knew it as well. He was already looking. Like, he was already looking back.
Like
Trent's
I said,
delivery,
2's all
though.
right. 3 is done.
Trent's delivery's a joke, man. They're actually panicking.
Yeah, there's
Wouldn't you panic? Like,
Yeah, I absolutely would. What a ball. First time. Oh. Corner.
Well,
Lo Celso was playing false nine, wasn't he?
he was not anymore.
Touch.
Well, it's interesting. He's now playing as a second right back, which is a bit mad considering they're playing 2 left backs on the other side.
They're just doing
It's still
damage
not working
control
either.
now.
They've just been pinned back.
This is
Would you
damage
say-
control.
Klopp is a good tactician. Both of you. I'm keen to know because I'll give you my opinion
I'll
after.
let Jack go first.
I don't think you can get to this level of where this Liverpool team are without being a good tactician. I think that would be it would be nuts to suggest that he's not. I think maybe that gets overshadowed by the fact that he seems to be an incredible man manager.
Yeah.
And therefore, but like you just don't get to this level without being tactically astute. You don't get to the point where you are just one of the 2 comprehensively best sides in the world and the other person on the other bench is Pep Guardiola without being technically incredibly gifted. So yes, I would say he's a good tactician. I just think maybe it goes a little bit under the radar.
Yeah.
My answer is not as positive. I do think he's a good tactician, yes. Like Jack said, you don't become one of the best 2 teams in the world by being a bad tactician. That is just not physically possible. But I do think there are better tacticians out there, i.e. Thomas Tuchel. Like, in-game management is everything for me. And Jurgen Klopp, yeah, he has 1 or 2 subs off the bench, but does anything really change in the game? As in, like, tactics-wise, does anything really change? I'm not saying the tactics are bad, because his tactics work every single week, do you get? But Thomas Tuchel, within a game, he can change the entire formation. He'll change everything that's working, everything that's not clicking, and, you know, he can make something out of nothing. And again, I look back to your season, last season, when you had so many injuries and, you know,
Maybe the last question to ask, and it probably ties into this, is how often are Liverpool behind and chasing a game?
And the answer is very rarely, right? Because like they're set out so brilliantly to begin with.
I mean, the thing is, like when I say like tactically savvy or whatever, the whole system, first of all, to be able to play 2 fullbacks so far up the pitch and not have a creative midfielder, especially in that time,
I think that's
not this year, it's not been done before.
No.
Yeah.
And the often criticism was, oh, they don't have a goal from midfield because Wijnaldum, Henderson, and I want to say Fabinho.
Yeah.
That was the often criticism of him.
You guys were called workhorses, weren't you?
Yeah, and they just get the job done because he created 2 wing backs who got all your assists for you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a case of they were just whipping balls in left, right, and centre. It's not a spamming cross exercise.
Yeah.
Added to that, he's converted Henderson into this right-sided 8, as we've just seen in this first half.
Do you know what? He's really embarrassing me today.
That was not a good save.
He's embarrassing me.
He was
today.
diving that way.
He has done well to keep it out.
They're getting pressed.
Look at you, you're loving it.
They are getting
Very.
pressed. They're getting harassed.
Should we have a quick look at the match momentum chart? Yes. It's a one-way traffic.
Oh my lordy lordy.
That second half has really been. Look, we haven't got to the last 5 minutes of this half yet, so it can all change. But
Yeah, literally. 95th minute.
That's a lot.
About 85th minute, let's see what happens there.
Just like non-stop. I mean, if I was a Villarreal player now, it's in that situation. I don't know if you've ever had it where like you're playing 5-a-side against a team that just can run all day and you're kind of like, I don't want the ball, man.
No,
it's going to look like as soon as they get...
We've run out. They've got 7 subs.
Yeah.
You know they don't need them.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, hang on, why have we not brought a sub?
Yeah.
Like, I have to stay on. I'm like, can I go in goal?
yeah. Good header.
No, but literally back to your Klopp point.
Mm.
I feel like the system works, but once your players are not fit for the system, what happens then?
I mean, Liverpool got 4th last year and they had
But then your players were coming back towards the end and then they scraped it for you.
No, Liverpool in the last 11 games of the season was Nat
you?
Phillips and Reiss-Williams at centre-back.
You guys got 3rd, not 4th. We got 4th.
Yeah, we've got 3rd, which is even more insane. Like no disrespect to Nat Phillips and Reiss-Williams, but they're not even getting offered to moves in the Premier League. So like Reiss-Williams was at Kidderminster. Nat Phillips was on loan at Bolton, I think it was.
Oh, I thought you meant this year.
No, I'm talking about no. They're still at Liverpool this year. But
Nat Phillips is at Bournemouth.
Yeah, but
still,
he's only on loan. He's only on loan.
But that's still a championship move.
But I mean, like, if we're talking about the context of why Liverpool weren't that good last year, I don't think that was a lot to do with Klopp's tactics. It's to do with the fact that, again, no disrespect to Nat Phillips, but he's playing in the Championship now, and Reiss-Williams probably would be at a similar or lower level.
Yeah.
So then you kind of go, that's a big step down. It's very different to say, like, obviously Chilwell's been injured and Alonso's come in.
I was going to say
I do think that's a drop down, but like that,
Chilwell,
the goal
Kante, Jorginho,
Yeah, I was going to say,
Lukaku.
I think it's the same argument you can make with Chelsea this season with the centre midfielders being out and the wing backs being out.
But the difference is Chelsea are still 3rd.
But
Liverpool went all the way down to 5th for a long time, and if not for Chelsea and Frank Lampard messing up and Arsenal messing up and Tottenham messing up and
you could say the same
West
for
Ham
this
messing
season.
up.
Everyone in that top 4 race this season has been absolutely crap.
Swing you right.
For long periods.
Have they done?
For long periods, yeah.
I mean,
Arsenal were desperate for the first half of the season. United can't string 2 results together. Tottenham went through a period where they were literally one loss.
That is fair. So it's a similar circumstance.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say
maintain that 3rd place.
I think they're pretty similar.
Only thing I'd say as a slight difference, that year obviously Liverpool have a lot of depth now, but that year Liverpool literally had no depth. I think Chelsea, obviously, as I say, Chilwell's been injured and you've brought in. Yeah, but compared to Liverpool's depth,
I think we're on par.
This year we've got depth, but that year, the year we're talking about, there was no depth. Because this year obviously we've got...
Nah, Willie is embarrassing me.
Why is no one gambling it and they
He is embarrassing me.
He's like one of those keepers that is frantic on a big occasion.
Yeah.
You said that like American. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true,
I
man.
talk to too many Americans. I love them.
I talk to too many of them.
Oh
wow, he's pulled Pereira.
Oh, I'm telling you, he hasn't been great today. You guys are waxing lyrical about him. He hasn't been great.
The man can put a pass on a 6p.
Not today. Jack's not hearing it from me.
I'm not hearing it from you. Wow, that's a really, really rogue selection of substitutions.
What does this mean? So obviously you watch Villarreal more than I do, but what does this mean? Like, what does this impact? How does this impact the game?
So Oriol will go to right back.
He subbed Henderson.
He's just pulled.
Okay,
He's a really strange selection. I think it means 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲 goes into the middle. 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲 will play up front in the two, so that's fine. It's not a massive change of shape. But to pull Parejo, I mean, obviously he's like, game's done, we should probably keep the man with who actually controls our tempo, etc., etc. But it doesn't mean that they just lose a lot of that threat on the counter, because where'd you go for? Who's pulling the strings?
Yeah.
𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲 isn't that player.
𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲 also is like pretty slow in possession, isn't he?
Well, yeah. But do you want to know an interesting fact about Manu 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗲? He's also an accredited school teacher. And he said that when he finishes his career, he wants to go back to teaching.
He looks like a school teacher.
There you are. What a nice story.
That is a nice story. That's quite sweet.
Jack would love that story.
I love stories.
What lesson does he teach? Do you know?
I don't know, mate. No, I'm unaware of his actual.
Knowing you, I was waiting for you to say I used to go to school with him.
No, I didn't. He's from Villarreal. I famously am not. I would probably like it there, though, I reckon.
Yeah, you definitely would. It's your kind of spot.
Just a real small. But then there's we were talking about Villarreal with Ellie when he was on last time in famous Sofagate. But he was saying that Villarreal there is nothing there. He's like, there is one restaurant, one hotel, and like nothing else.
I remember him saying that. Yeah.
One of those. So an interesting.
So
one.
what do you go there on holiday to do?
No, you leave. You literally leave and go back to Valencia. That's the kind of genuine story around Villarreal. No one goes there and is like, oh, I'll stay here for a couple of days.
Can we please just get one more tick off of this bingo?
We just want Thiago to do a thumbs up.
Yeah, just a thumbs up. Maybe he'll get substituted off and he'll do a little to the crowd or something.
It's quite odd though that like normally the camera's on him all the time.
That's what I'm
been on him once.
thinking. Should be stealing the headlines. What's going on?
I thought we were going to see Jeremy Pino today. No, I'm quite sad we haven't. That's my. Let's look at Pereira's pass map actually before this is on. That's not too bad for someone who's seen very little of the ball.
I mean,
what I reckon that's probably about 89%, 88%. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
8.
there is that. Yeah, that chance obviously
Yeah,
in
I'm quite good at maths, yeah.
okay.
There's that one chance in white for Lo Celso. Also, I'm just really upset by that. I could see the corner. The really bad corner to the front post, and it's really upsetting me. I'm glad it's gone.
It's quite weird that you subbed Mane for Jota.
Who have you got on the weekend?
Newcastle away.
So maybe that's why a quick break. Because you're going to be needing all of your players fit and healthy if you're going to challenge for this
it's
time.
non-stop.
Yeah, it's non-stop.
Newcastle's not going to be nice either because they'll be well up for it.
Also, they haven't lost at St James's Park for like 4 months.
Yeah, they've won.
I think we were the last team to beat them.
Very plausibly, yeah. They lost a really, really terrible game there at one point. Actually, they lost like.
Was it Palace?
No, they did lose Palace. They lost like 4-0 to someone at home, and it was really bleak days. It might have been Chelsea, to be fair.
The game? Oh, that was a bit nasty. Raul Albiol's finito. He's an old man as well.
You might have broken him.
No. Yikes!
I think when you run in full pelt, he just couldn't like stop himself. Why is Pau Torres trying to command things?
He looks okay.
Leave his name out of your mouth, okay? Leave his name out your mouth, yeah?
That was weird.
That is odd.
Was weird. It is.
Did he get booked? No. Probably a card.
Yeah, it is a yellow card, but it's not. But it should be. It looks well clumsy.
Oh, Lord.
Bit all over the place.
Okay, let's see.
What plays? Lucky.
Just tweeted a bit ago saying Mo Salah's been exceptional, and all the replies are he could do with a goal for himself though. What are you talking about? Like, not every day goals and assists, man. And he has got an assist.
Literally, football Twitter is everyday goals and assists.
Yeah.
Like, it's numbers or none.
And Newcastle lost to Leicester 4-0.
That's the one. Leicester. Yeah, they were dreadful that day. Like, absolutely dreadful. But since then, it's been sunshine and rainbows at St James's Park.
Literally, they lost to Liverpool away, but at St James's Park, they lost to Man City 4-0.
Yeah. Was this pre-January?
Yeah, this December.
Pre-January doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like, you can't judge this team the same. They are not the same. They didn't have Bruno Guimaraes being the best player in the world in the middle.
I mean,
I'm joking.
When he
I
signed
do
for
like
Newcastle,
him though.
It was hilarious that like every fan was going, "Oh, we've all missed out on a player here." I was like, "You haven't watched him play. Let's be honest." Like,
To be fair, you've been consistent with that. You're just like, yeah, you guys haven't really watched him, have you?
yeah, like,
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough.
it's-
Idiots like
hadn't.
me who spend all their time watching Leon,
Yeah, like-
Leon back footage.
yeah,
I was
like, if you tweet it, I'm going, like, if Jack says someone's good, I'm telling everyone someone's good. But if it's like other members that I know, like, massive Burnley fan from Burnley, doesn't even watch other Premier League teams, I know you haven't watched Bruno Guimaraes. Don't bait yourself out that easily. Touch.
Oh, well played.
And again,
Oh, I thought he was going to dig one out there.
speed it up, son. I want that
How
third
many
goal.
more goals do you want,
Just the third.
LeBay?
Just the third.
You don't want to get
We've,
your
to be
score
fair,
prediction
we've
right,
absolutely
2-0?
dominated. Do I get anything for the score prediction?
Maybe.
No.
Technically
Maybe.
speaking, on 60 minutes, it's right
Yeah,
again.
yeah. If it's 60 minutes, your feet are on side. Yeah, no, it's exciting, but we shall see. I think we'll get the third here.
To be fair, the intensity's dropped since Henderson's scored.
Well, I think we've got a bingo update. And
do?
the powers that be have told me that that Klopp celebration counted.
It counted?
So,
I will not argue with the powers
I mean,
that
no,
be.
I don't want to argue with the powers that
mark
be.
it.
a disgrace.
Is it?
I'm not
We'll
convinced,
mark it.
but we'll have it.
We'll have it.
Yeah.
Well played.
Get in! Oh! He's almost like scuffed it across the face of the box. Ah!
He plays too much, man.
He's done
plays
so
too
well
much.
to create half a yard, and then he's just had a proper old-fashioned
Just
swing at
scuffs
it.
Yeah, he's done lovely to make the space.
Yeah, he's just.
He plays too
I mean,
much.
a cross shot. In that situation, you need
Do you
one
know
of
what
those.
I like about him?
Little
He
dink.
always smiles. Like
Just loves playing
he
football.
just
yeah.
loves it. He loves a good game of football. That's what I love about footballers like him. Not taking it too seriously. We need more like him, more like Eden Hazard.
What's the possession been like second half? Can we get an update, Jack?
On what?
Possession second half, please.
Possession second half update. Yeah, we can look at that. I'll tell you what. I'll have a look on the LiveScore app.
Very good. Very good.
We'll see what's
Good
going
cue.
on. Here we go.
Cameraman got to move on when it happened as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. LiveScore app. I can tell you, it's 67% possession to Liverpool.
Show us, show us, show
Here
us,
we
show
go.
us.
Yeah. Oh,
Very
we're
good.
showing the camera.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the LiveScore app. There you
Yes,
go.
even the focus is
67%
good.
possession. What a day. Here you go, guys.
You get to look at.
Do you want to know the rest of the facts?
Yeah.
Liverpool 5 shots on target, 7 shots off target.
Ping it.
Villarreal
Oh.
no shots on target, 1 shot off target.
Oh,
6
that's
blocked
naughty.
shots from Liverpool.
Oh, a bit of backspin. Corner. Oh.
No, he's done well.
Oh, holding it steady. Oh, okay.
Is that Aurier? I swear that's Aurier.
That is Sergio.
Yeah, I thought so.
He's
Surging down the wing.
strong.
I didn't even see him come on.
We watched like
Oh no, yeah. when
do
they-
3
yeah, he did come on.
changes.
What we're
A
talking
triple
about.
change.
What we're talking about.
Mate, you got gassed on goals.
He's got gas.
Here he comes.
Look at
Big
Origi.
div.
Oh, he's subbing Trent. That's
Hey.
a proper odd change.
Nah, he's just like,
Trent
what's the
for
rest?
Gomez.
Right, but I want a third
Got
goal.
Newcastle on
Yeah,
the
he's
weekend.
not happy though. He's not happy.
Look
He
at that, pure
hates
eyes.
getting subbed. I like
Pure
that though,
eyes.
man. I
Do you know
love
what?
footballers who hate getting subbed.
I love footballers like Trent. Trent, he's always so up for it. And
Yeah.
whether you have a match 2 days later, he wants to be starting that match. I just love that about him. He's so determined.
You know, we forget how young he is and how much football he's actually played.
He's so young. Do you know when you guys played Barcelona
Yeah.
and he did that corner? That's
Yeah.
above his age.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
above his age.
100%.
That's grown man things.
That's grown man things. He is above his age. Oh, such a class footballer.
Talking of that, the players who always want to play, one of my favourite stories this year is a Japanese fella called Daisen Maeda.
Who's
In
he
January,
play for?
he's amazing.
Who's he play for?
Celtic.
Celtic.
And he was playing for the Japanese national team on a Thursday night, and Celtic had a game on Saturday. He flew back straight after the game, and they landed the morning of it was a 12 o'clock kickoff. He landed at 8 a.m. and then was absolutely livid when he wasn't in the starting. It's like
Love it.
genuinely my favourite story of the season, I think. It was just like, he was like, what do you mean, boss? Like, why would I not be starting?
What
He was
did
like,
he
mate, you
expect?
landed 4 hours ago.
My
You are
guy.
not starting. He was like, why? I'm fine, I'm fresh.
I
Like,
love footballers like
it's,
that though. I
good fun.
love it.
Should we take a little check of these predictions? You know, with 10 minutes to go. Who's still in the game? Who's still in the game? Should we start with you, Neats?
I'm telling you for a fact, I think I've got this wrong. I don't see Villarreal scoring at all. But again, I think you should ask me in about 2 to 3 minutes when it's like 5 minutes to go. Maybe things will shift a little bit.
Oh, you go down there.
It's not a done deal. We've
It's
seen
not a
it.
done deal
We've
yet.
seen them strike late. 3-1 still on as well.
Yeah, 3-1 is not on, Jack. It's not happening.
And it's 3-1's on.
Nah.
You know what's so frustrating? He's just poked it past him. He's got fouled, and because he hasn't gone down, it's not a foul.
Yeah. He has tried to keep going for absolutely no reason.
No reason. He doesn't even need to.
Alisson's feet must be cold.
Yeah, they're like,
He's
quick,
barely
give him
had
a run
nothing
around.
to do. Look at him. Go
This
on,
is going to be
pass
one
it
of those
back to
games
him.
where at the end of the game they show a stat like Villarreal's midfield completed 16 passes. Thiago completed 4,515. You know them games?
Yeah, you're absolutely smart. And he still didn't give us a thumbs up.
No thumbs up. He's probably given a thumbs up. We haven't
I'm
just
telling you,
seen
we
it.
just haven't seen him on
We haven't
camera. I don't know
seen it.
why.
Pure fume, son fuming.
Yeah, naughty. Just give it a Rigi, man.
There he goes.
Oh. Been a lot of that today.
That's the touch that you said Joel would do. And he didn't.
That was like his knee.
And he didn't. He's let us down.
I can't lie, Liverpool have played very well.
This has been a very, very good second half.
Yeah. I'm really surprised he took Trent off. I know obviously Liverpool played Newcastle, but like half of the game has been down that right hand side. Like Liverpool have been very effective down the right hand side.
Yeah.
Less effective on the left, but they've probably had more possession on the left.
Yeah, I mean, look, a 2-0 game's not done, but it's pretty done.
You kind of hope
Tie,
like you get a
sorry,
third.
not game, yeah. Third and they get third and I think the
like
tie's
it.
done.
Third and the
Right,
tie's done.
It's what we said at half time, like for them to score even 2 will be difficult at home.
Yeah.
You know what? Really, just give me something,
Okay,
please,
that's
bro.
very calm.
Give me something.
That was Christensen territory where he tries to like half slice kick it back to the keeper.
No.
I don't know why he tried that.
Don't mention that name around me.
Don't mention his name
is
around
that Paco?
me.
Yeah.
Bottom right, yeah.
Yeah.
Paco.
Doesn't get that much game anymore, unfortunately.
How
The
old
old
is he? From
fella.
like 33.
Yeah, he's had a good go.
He wasn't the most mobile even when he was like 28. To be fair.
No. People forget he had a quite relatively okay spell at Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's like one of those really odd ones that just was there for a bit.
We had a pretty poor spell at Dortmund, no?
Did have a terrible
Yeah.
spell at Dortmund, yeah. Oh no, do you remember he started at Dortmund unbelievably? Didn't he score like 12 in his first 12
Yeah.
and then just fell off a cliff?
Yeah.
Like,
It's really similar to 𝗟𝗋 there as well. 𝗟𝗋 had like 6 and 6 and then just like, was it 𝗟𝗋? I think, yeah, it was 𝗟𝗋.
Immobile, I don't know, it might not have been quite that long, but Immobile's thing just where he just cannot function outside of Italy is genuinely quite bizarre. Germany was about as close as he got to functioning, and that was only for 6 games.
Yeah.
But
Then he literally fell off a cliff, like he couldn't even control the ball. And then he comes straight back to Lazio in first game, he was like tearing it up.
Yeah, he scored a hat-trick.
Yeah. It's one of those dons who loves being at home.
Oh,
That's
well
naughty.
played.
Serge was about to launch in there. That was a proper bizarre choice of pass, though.
I feel like once you come off of that challenge, you're thinking just pass the ball.
Yeah, just shift it. Yeah.
Trent's gone off, obviously, but he's been replaced by Joe Gomez. Should we have a little look at his pass map, because this is a lot.
That's a right back, man.
That's a right back.
Look at the white ones. That's 3 chances.
4 chances.
4 chances. One of them's from like in the middle of the pitch. That's unbelievable.
There's a lot of switches there as well, isn't there? Like, there's a lot of Trent doing what Trent does.
I
better.
just looked up at the pass map.
Paco's
Like,
on.
Christ.
It's exciting.
Christ.
Yeah, that's
Trent's been everywhere.
It's what happens when you put a playmaker at right back.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, wow.
Right.
Which
It's like
is why
having Xabi Alonso there.
Yeah, literally. It's why when he gets criticised for losing possession, it's quite obscure. Because like in that, you see in that graphic
want
there.
to lose possession.
Yeah,
he swings loads of crosses.
So
in.
he's going to give the ball away, which I don't regard that as a pass accuracy thing. I know it goes down as pass accuracy, but I don't think it is a pass accuracy thing. Because when you're crossing it in,
It's that same thing we were talking about earlier. Like, you want your creative players to lose the ball loads. Like, you want them to do that.
Just not with Bruno. Yeah.
Look,
just
I
not
wasn't
with
even
Bruno.
going back there, but like
I know. I just wanted to put that back
the
out
point
there.
being that like you want them to make risky passes, you want them to swing the ball into dangerous areas. They're not always going to work. If it always works,
do you know who that reminds me of in my team, Hakim Ziyech? A lot of our fan base is so frustrated with him, but they don't realise he is a playmaker by nature.
Yeah.
So when he does lose the ball, when he does make these risky passes, people are always frustrated. But for me, I'm like, yes, I want to see more of this from him.
Yeah. 100%. Lose the ball more.
Lose the ball. Just be risky, and sometimes it pays
Oh,
off.
God.
Ball,
That is a
Oh,
beautiful ball.
he's panicked. He's panicked.
He didn't have enough
Shot on target
time.
though, for Villarreal.
Yay!
One for the stats.
I did mention I wanted a shot on target.
Oh, he's
in the
offside.
half.
He's offside.
SOT.
He's offside.
Oh. It won't count it this time then.
It counts.
Everything counts in large amounts.
Poet.
That was it's Pet Shop Boys, isn't it?
Okay, look, we've got 3 minutes left. There's a goal in here for Villarreal. There's a goal here.
No,
It would liven the second leg up
Yes.
as a neutral.
You'd imagine the second leg would be played out similar to this. Liverpool probably a lot less intense. They'll probably play exactly like they have been in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Where they keep the ball and it's sort of like side to side and patient. And I don't think Villarreal have that gear in them. You'll know better than me.
Yeah,
where they
not
can
really,
go like gung ho. I don't think they really have that.
The thing is, because they've been such a knockout team, knockout specialists over the last 2 years, their league form has kind of tanked.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because like this is obviously far more of an achievement in many ways than pushing up to 5th, 6th in the Liga, or even to the top 4. But you are looking at it and thinking, do you know where the gear is? Because you've played so many games where you finish them 1-0,
Yeah.
where you drag your way through. Like
Yeah.
it makes well played, really well defended.
It was.
Is that Lascelso?
Yeah, it is.
Ah,
He's getting absolutely hustled, man.
there's 3
He's
of them
done so
around
well.
him. Oh, what a baller!
Great challenge.
What
Great
a
challenge. Send him down this
baller.
side. I've literally just seen him move on the... Oh, yeah.
Nah, Lo Celso is a baller. How
That
did he
was
get out of
excellent.
that?
Outstanding.
I didn't think he'd won the ball, but I trust your eyes after what we've seen today. So
Convenient, yeah.
I'm not gonna question you anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
that was exceptional. 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲 𝗪𝗁 with a moment's game of great quality. Who would have foreseen it?
After your second leg, you play Tottenham.
Yeah.
Would you rest players for your second leg or no?
Which is why I was really pushing for a third
Yeah.
in this game, because that Tottenham game will be tough.
Yeah.
Tottenham are so suited to playing against Liverpool, because they can sit in a low block and hit on the counter, which is everything Villarreal have lacked. Would I rest players? He probably will rotate a little bit, but he won't rotate a lot.
No, there'll be a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some things here in terms of where Villarreal are and what they create and all of those things. So much of it rests on the fact that there's no Gerard Moreno, right? He is the Madrigal 𝗟𝗃𝗃, as I used to call him.
Where is what's happened
he's
to
injured.
him? Injured.
But I mean, with him, Villarreal's XG in La Liga is third highest, right? And
Wow.
so there's something to be said for that. But equally, without him, there is just not that cutting edge.
Yeah.
And it's quite obvious to see. I mean, Danjuma's been incredible in this system, especially in Europe, and what he's achieved in terms of goal scoring rates. But that's because he's thriving on these transitional kind of periods, and you can't really play transitionally if you're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
You have to go out and try and pen teams in.
Well, you've seen today, I imagine he probably hasn't had more than, I reckon, 15 touches this game.
Yeah.
He won't have had a lot of touches, so I think Gerard Moreno is much more refined in that sense. He reminds me of Griezmann. Remember Griezmann at Atletico, where he could suffer in a game and wouldn't need more than 5 touches and he'll score or play a killer pass.
Yeah.
I don't think that's quite Danjuma. I think he needs a little bit more involvement in games.
Yeah. He also wants a very specific type of chance. Where he's like released.
Yeah.
Whereas Moreno can make things happen out of nothing.
Yeah. He did that through their entire Europa League campaign, didn't he, Moreno?
Where goals per season, that kind of goals per game that season were right up there with the Messi's and Ronaldo's of this world. Like, just absolutely ludicrous numbers he was racking up last season. That was very bad from Albiol.
Liverpool have completely taken the foot off the gas.
Yeah, but I suppose with this much fixture pile up and this much congestion,
you kind of need a
just
bit of
have to.
respite, I
Especially in a game where you're just so comfortable and there doesn't appear to be any like counter threat.
Yeah.
There's no threat coming from Villarreal, for being honest.
I think, like, obviously I don't think they're going to be happy to walk away with this, but like 2-0 from what that second half could have been perhaps is quite It's not game over. It's incredibly difficult, but it's not game over. You get one early doors, and you can kind of sit back into this and kind of wait for Liverpool to come at you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's over personally. If they managed to get that one against Bayern Munich, I don't think they'll be able to get 2 against Liverpool.
They created so many chances in the home leg against Bayern.
Yeah. I did think
they absolutely floored them, but I don't think they'll do that to Liverpool.
I think Nagelsmann got his tactics all over the shop that game though, and he has a Will
Nagelsmann let this back 5 go?
Man on. Octopus, man, his legs are everywhere.
What? Octopus?
That was not a foul, was it?
Apparently
apparently.
I might have missed one. Maybe I should be a ref.
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
I would love for refs to have their names on the back of their shirts.
He does.
Please.
He wins the ball.
Oh, sorry, mate.
It is.
Sorry.
Sorry, ref needs my eyes. Needs to stop hitting the gym and go to Specsavers a bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a proper Villarreal situation, isn't it?
Yup. Brace yourself.
I don't think so. Would be my immediate takeaway.
Unai loves a bookie set piece though, doesn't he?
But it's not going to be like a real classic. It might just like bobble around in the box.
It's Alisson territory for a last minute saver. That's an awful crossing.
Ooh, come on. This is your
gonna
last
blow up,
shot.
right?
And you put a
There it
cross
is.
in like that.
2-0 Liverpool.
Half the business done.
That is.
Apologies for those at home hearing the clap.
That's a long way.
That's a long way to getting this tie done.
Yeah.
It's not finished, and it's never, but it's a long way.
Yeah, as I said in the first half and in the second half, no need to panic, and I thought Liverpool played really well. They genuinely did suffocate Villarreal, and considering the fact we saw Villarreal, but Bayern couldn't suffocate Villarreal to the extent Liverpool have. I think all praise to Liverpool. That was a very, very good performance. There's the conductor that people at home can't see him, but Thiago.
He gives a late thumbs.
Salah was outstanding as well, by the way. He won't get a mention because he hasn't scored, but he created 3 or 4 really good situations for Mane. And obviously one resulted in a goal, and Juan Foyth is squaring up to Trent for whatever bizarre reason.
I think
he's telling him, I'm from Tottenham.
Hands.
Trust me, I'm actually from Tottenham. And he's going, no, you're not. I was born in Tottenham, Trent. I was.
It sounds like shush. I know you were born in Argentina. I've been listening to the LiveScore watch-along. Let's get some average position maps, shall we? Let's pull up Liverpool to start with. And it's pretty high, which is what you expect. And it was. That's how you suffocate a team, right? And look how wide Jordan Henderson is. It goes back to that map we were saying and what we were talking about in that Trent kind of area. But interesting to see how that one's played out, and that is such domination. 2-3 players in the Liverpool half on average the entire game.
I mean, like the 2 areas that you saw where Liverpool attacked the most, on the right side and the left side, you can see why Liverpool dominated both them areas. Hendo obviously providing Trent with that protection on the inside and basically marshalling that entire area, and also probably trusting Konaté's pace because he's so agile and as such an athlete, you can really dominate that right channel against every forward. On the flip side, you have Thiago sort of dictating in possession. It's kind of like a 2-pronged attack. On the right side, it's like gung-ho, like batter. And on the left side, it's like control and finesse.
Yeah, also that switch ball that we saw from Trent in the pass map earlier on. Let's look at Villarreal, so you can imagine it's going to be pretty much a mirror image. And there you go. And interesting to see, Parejo there, pulled deeper into that role to try and deal with that overload that Liverpool put in there. You can see kind of Stupinan out on the left, and then the players around him, Coquelin kind of tucking in as an auxiliary winger in order to try and stop that. And it worked first half. It didn't in the second.
Yeah, I mean, I think even in the first half, like we said, I wouldn't say it really worked. It was more a case of they survived the half.
Sure, but survive 2 and then you come out of here with a very happy
True. But I think you're really playing the odds there because you go in at half-time. I think Liverpool had 13 attempts in the first half, hit the post and had a couple of Mane opportunities. If you're going to try that again and think you're going to get away with it against arguably one of the best teams in the league, best teams in the world.
Best team in the world.
Yeah.
Give them their due.
Yeah, there's the odds are quite slim, and I think it becomes quite difficult, which is kind of what we saw in the second half, really. I would say, to be fair, I was just looking, as we just saw on that map, Albiol's just far too deep. I know, like,
Albiol's always deep. That's the role he plays.
And I think when you play against Liverpool, if you play everyone on side, you're going to ask for trouble because Liverpool will happily run into the box all game. Villarreal, I think, will be relatively, in a weird way, like, okay, because they have just been battered for 90 minutes of football, and they probably go home going, well, that could have been 4-0, similar to what Madrid was like against City.
Villarreal had 180 passes. Liverpool had 684.
That's mental.
It's a lot. Neats, I mean, you were saying that you think this is done. Just one-way traffic in so many ways. Obviously, the Champions League is the Champions League, and mad things can happen, but it would take something pretty miraculous.
It will take a couple of red cards on Liverpool's half. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think Villarreal can come back from 2-0 down. 1-0 down is a different story, but 2, I don't see Liverpool becoming, I don't know, defensively available enough for Villarreal to kind of penetrate them as much as I would have liked them to have done in this leg. So 2-0 it's not bad. Like you said, they'll probably go home and be all right with it. Yeah,
it's not the score they would have wanted, but equally it's not the end of days. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I still don't think that they're going to come back from it, but it's not that bad of a scoreline.
I mean, look, there was a period for each. Well, we thought it was going to come in the last 5 minutes, but it actually came sort of midway through both halves where Villarreal had a little spot.
That's not a period. That is not
It's a little spot. It's a little couple of minutes. It's a little bit of respite in many ways, but look, it very much is one-way traffic across the course of this game, and that's how it felt, I think, for all of it. Needs to get a bingo round up before we get head off.
Sorry, can I just say?
Oh,
I said 2-0.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we'll do a predictions roundup in a second. It's bingo roundup. This has been a bad day at the office, Needs.
Yeah, and it's just like, come on. I at least expected a good release save, but that didn't come. A towering header from Van Dijk.
I think we made a save.
Yeah, I don't think he made a good save at all.
I think you should take that one.
No.
He made some... Good could be regarded as chaotic, and I'm going to say you should have given it to him. But that's just my angle.
So as much as I want to win this bingo, I'm not even going to give him...
We're not falsifying information.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We didn't even get to see a thiago thumbs up. I'll give that a tick, because he probably did do a thumbs up, but we didn't get to see it on air.
Yeah.
But everything else is just... It was kind of underwhelming from Villarreal's perspective.
We're going to have to think long and hard about this before next week and the second legs. We're going to have to really up our bingo game. Obviously, this is the first one as well, so we want to bounce back with a bang on Tuesday night.
Yes.
But it's look, it's been fun at the very least.
Yeah.
Let's take some fun recollections. Firstly, congratulations, a correct prediction, and in fact, LiveScore Watchalong's first correct prediction before the show. So congratulations, my friend.
Wait, hold on, weren't mine correct? I said 3-1. Oh no, I said Chelsea winning extra time. Never mind.
Yeah, don't worry, mate.
Saying about you anymore, right?
Shut up.
Yeah, listen, I'll take it. Great result for Liverpool. I'm a student of the game, you know. 2-0, which is what I said. Absolutely buzzing, to be fair. I thought Liverpool, as I said, played really well. Yeah. I'll absolutely take. If you offered me 2-0 before the game, I would have taken it.
Yeah, expectations next week?
Probably a really similar game. I think Liverpool will probably win 1-0 or be 1-1. I imagine he'll rotate. It really depends how much he rotates, but I want to just quickly say, shout out Salah. If you're at home and you're not tweeting about Salah for whatever reason,
tweet about Salah.
Tweet about Salah.
Salah propaganda.
Come on,
exactly. Neats.
Yes.
Your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, Villarreal, you gave it your best shot, but sorry, darlings, I think this is the end of the road for you. Like Rambo just said, I do think Mo Salah had an amazing game, and people should be tweeting about him. It's not always about scoring a goal. It's always about, you know, your contribution to the entire game as a whole, and Mo Salah was unplayable today. So, yeah, oh God, 2-0.
It is
what it is.
Right.
What it is.
That's all we've got time for on the watch along today. What's left for me to do is say thank you to Neats. Thank you very much, Nabeed. I've been Jack Collins. This has been the LiveScore Watch Along. We'll be back next week with 2 more of these for both the second legs. Whereas all to play for in City versus Real Madrid, less so in Liverpool versus Villarreal. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy.